Welcome to Tabletop Galaxy, an actual play Star Wars Fantasy Flight Games Edge of the Empire podcast and stream and YouTube show.
We do all the things.
We are the crew of the Second Sunrise, and we are about to explore the wide regions of the unknown on the Outer Rim in this Edge of the Empire show.
It's true.
That's what I got for you. So,
but first, I have something for y'all. So I need y'all to all open up the Second Sunrise Discord channel.
Oh boy!
Geez, I just shut down Discord.
Yeah,
I can put it in the Twitch chat if you want.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Twitch chat. It's in the Twitch chat. Ready to go.
Nope. I'm still opening Discord.
I don't have the Twitch chat. We're going to make this difficult.
That's so good.
There you go, guys.
What?
Hey!
oh man!
Look at
that! Stream doesn't get to see this. Oh man!
No, he put it in the stream.
I'll put it up on the video, and I'll include a link on it in down below and stuff like that. Rachel Denton is the artist that drew the entire cast there, and he's accepting minor edits. So if you don't quite like your hair or your eyes or something,
yeah, my hair is completely off,
and I will get back to her.
I love it.
I can edit that. But yeah, so there you go. There's the crew of the Second Sunrise.
Y'all are gorgeous.
Yeah,
those are really, really good.
Surprise! She literally sent me the stuff like 30 minutes before the game and was like, "Let me know if you have minor edits." And I was like, "This works perfectly because I'll be able to drop it as soon as the show starts." So
nice.
I'm noticing still nobody cares about Fear Talk.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to be like, "Hi, thank you for accepting this commission. How do you feel about drawing 10,000 strands of hair?"
But I mean, Fear Talk is probably going to be a representation of our space DM.
Yeah. Yep.
I am also willing to get you, Stephen, your own character commission as show moves forward. I wanted to get one for everyone. I didn't know whether you would want one of you, Stephen, the DM, or if you wanted me to wait, and then once you either pick an NPC that you absolutely adore, Fear Talk or otherwise, or build a character, be it one shot or a future arc, you have a coupon from Seal for one free Rachel Denton podcast art commission.
That's really cool. Thank you. Those are super cool.
Can I just keep this up and just like stare at it dreamily the entire time?
That's what I'm pretty much doing.
Also, like, can I just say, like, we thought that there maybe were feelings for Kane before, like.
So on here? I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Right, but we are going to play some Star Wars tonight, so let's go ahead and kick it back over to the end.
I don't know if you can prove that. I might just stare at those all night too. Okay.
But yeah, any changes, put them in writing in Discord so I remember. Thank you.
Perfect. Just so you guys to the actual show and session for tonight, because Niffer, you're gonna have a little flashback. How did we get here?
Record scratch.
The way I'm planning on doing it, which you will understand pretty quickly, is I'm going to give you the freedom to do that at any point during initiative.
Me?
Yep.
I have freedom to monologue?
At any point, it's during your turn.
Oh no.
In initiative, you can do your monologue.
Oh boy. I've been given power.
So that's all I'll say about that. The Empire has continued to tighten its grip on the galaxy. As the so-called rebellion tries to push back, the galaxy is open for trade in the underworld. Out on the fringes where the Hutts, the Black Sun, the Pikes, and other organizations thrive away from the Empire's watchful eye, most people simply try and survive. A job here and there, maybe legal, maybe not. But they keep their bellies full and their hearts beating. After a run-in with the Hutts and the Black Sun, the crew of the Second Sunrise has been scraping together the odd job and find themselves on Mon Gaza. Credits in their pocket, but unwelcomed pursuers on their tail. So you are all in the Second Sunrise. What positions would you like to take up as far as where you are in the ship?
I'm in the cockpit. Whether it be piloting or co-piloting, Vosk is in the cockpit. Since I'm playing Vosk tonight.
Oh yeah, we should do intros, huh?
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm Steven. I know how to do this. This is why eventually it'll be a good podcast.
Look, we had a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Steven. I'm the bad DM on Twitter at @the_bad DM, and I do this and Not Quite Heroes and the Fateforge Academy, and that's it.
And they're all great.
Yeah.
You should listen to all of them.
I would appreciate that deeply, actually, if you did.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellie.
I'm Niffer. I'm playing Ellie, the Twi'lek Politico, today, and I'll say that I am not in the cockpit. I'll be in the... Which... There's dorsal and ventral guns on the second sunrise. Which one is which? Dorsal's
Dorsal
top,
is up
ventral is
top,
down?
Ventral is bottom.
I'll go ventral gun. That's where I'll be, let's say.
Think of it like a dorsal fin. It's
Yes.
the part that comes up
The
out of the water.
educational podcast. So yes, I'll be in the ventral gun.
Love it.
My name is Nick. I'm playing Kane McAllister. He's a human mercenary soldier. And is this like we're in combat already situation, or like where we just hanging out?
You will be being pursued.
Okay. Then I would also be in the other gun. Which one did you take, ventral?
Yep.
Or did you take dorsal?
So you're in dorsal.
Got
Did
it.
you spend any experience?
I did. I spent a lot of experience because we have the most wonderful, gracious, loving DM that exists in space.
That's true.
Sorry, I had to clarify it because if I didn't say that, I was going to get a bunch of shit from Curtis, So I have to clarify in space.
Not in fantasy worlds.
Yes, exactly. Although
the
I'm sure
fantasy
you're wonderful.
worlds
I'm sure you're
in
wonderful there
space.
too.
Mhm.
Ooh, I did spend a bunch of stuff. Where's my so I actually switched specialties.
Specializations.
You bought
Yeah,
a new spec.
specializations.
Ooh.
I actually just switched my other one out because I hadn't bought anything on it. And again, Steven is a merciful human being. And so I bought a bunch of skills off of that new tree because it's awesome. I got +2 wound threshold added.
What's your new spec?
Yeah. Tell us.
You introduced yourself as a mercenary soldier, but now we're being told that was a lie.
That was a lie. Heavy, hired
Ooh.
gun, heavy.
Ooh,
Nice.
Things are getting heavy.
Yeah. And
Everyone
heavy
needs to
gunner.
flex apparently about
Yep,
that.
yep.
Who
Yep.
touched Sasha?
So I got a +2 wound threshold. I add 1 damage per rank of barrage to 1 hit of a successful attack with a ranged heavy or gunnery at long or extreme. And I may reduce any critical injury suffered by 10 per rank of durable.
Nice. Durable's awesome.
I am now out of
Literally
XP.
can save your
So
life.
what is your current wound threshold?
It is now 15.
That'll be nice.
Solid.
Nice.
Tank.
I'm a beefy boy.
You got me by 1.
Kane is in fact a beefcake.
That is.
All right, gang. I am Seal. Tonight I am playing Vosk, the Duros technician. And between last session and now, I spent some XP acquiring fine tuning. When reducing the amount of system strain that a starship or vehicle suffers, I can reduce 1 additional strain per rank of fine tuning. It's not something I was super dying for, but it is on my path to dedication. So, adds to gets it.
Gotta do what you gotta do. All right. I'm gonna just give it another.
Hey,
give it
what
another
about
go.
me?
Oh my gosh, you're in different orders, and so
It's all good.
it's not good. I'm
Crazy.
sorry.
It's how we do. So, hey, I'm Gregory, and you can find me at 1 in 20 D&D, but tonight I'm playing Zarko Cruz. I'm a human explorer scout. I am saving my XP because I didn't have enough to get the next talent, which is what I want to do. And so I am currently in the cockpit with Vosk. And we just need to decide which one of us is actually piloting and which one is handling navigation and engineering.
Up to you. You make the call right now.
I feel like we're better off if you're doing the engineering, but I'm not sure.
Sure. You said it. You're piloting, and I get to not be blamed when the ship bounces off things this time.
I mean,
Good.
we could also
Stop
trade
putting
off.
holes in my ship.
It's my ship.
All right.
So that's where we're at. That's who we are, and we're being chased.
And this is where we are.
I'm just gonna do the intro thing again because it'll help me flow into everything better.
I'll edit it.
All right.
Yeah.
The Empire has continued to tighten its grip on the galaxy as the so-called rebellion tries to push back. The galaxy is open for trade in the underworld. Out on the fringes where the Hutts, the Black Suns, the Pikes, and other organizations thrive away from the Empire's watchful eye, most people simply try to survive. A job here and there, maybe legal, maybe not, but it keeps their bellies full and their hearts beating. After running with the Hutts and the Black Sun, the crew of the Second Sunrise has been scraping together the odd job. While they're based out of Socorro, they've found themselves on a short trip to Mongaza. Credits in their pocket, but unwelcome pursuers on their tail. So, Mongaza is this red planet, an old spice mine is what most of the planet was, though the Empire basically ran them out of business. And it has been turned into this underworld den of trading and pod racing is basically what happens on this planet. As you all kind of finished just kind of a low-key transport job, you ended up on your way back to your ship where you ran into some Black Suns who recognized you. You ran into your ship. You took off with the pursuit of two what are the ships? Cloak-shaped fighters, which can you see the let's see if I can pull them out. Is that how that works? Did I do the thing? I might not have done the thing.
Are you trying to show us in roll 20?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Ooh, sweet.
So those two, they're these two kind of small single pilot fighter ships. The wings join into the cockpit, kind of all as one piece. They've got some very clearly some like twin laser cannons on the front are what you can see in hot pursuit of you as you are flying over on the surface of this planet. There are big abandoned mines, large pieces of old, rusted out, broken down mining equipment. There are pod racing stands. It's not super well directed, so there's just kind of your transport ship here and there. Though currently the way you have taken off, they have upper position on you at least. So
Great. So
to cut up into space, you would have to cut directly across their firing arcs. And so with that, we're going to start off by rolling initiative.
Should we also roll some things like...
Oh, we should roll some things because I know how to do this. I'm just so excited to play with you guys.
He is ready to attack us.
I want to blow you up and end this campaign. I'm just kidding.
All right.
I do not want that.
Are we doing Ship Quirk or Destiny first?
Let's do Destiny.
We're gonna do Destiny, but everyone calm down and let's actually get them rolled and then call them out in order. One of the things that I've heard is like, hey, everyone goes nuts and I can't track what's happening. So let's roll them and read them off.
Okay.
All right. We know the order.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we do the same order as intros? Just get into that habit of that's how we roll stuff.
Yep.
That's how we
Yay,
roll.
I always get to go first.
Yep.
I got one light side point.
Kane got 2 light side points.
Spectacular.
Boss
Oh.
got 1 dark side point.
Oh, gosh. Hey, 2
This
light
is our
side
night.
for Zarko.
Wow.
Hey, we did awesome tonight. 5-1. That's amazing.
All right.
Noise.
Our luck has
That's
turned.
our best start that we've had.
Yeah, that's literally the best start ever.
Don't worry, Steele. You're carrying Steven's team.
I was distracted getting the new character portraits done.
So
I'm gonna-
good.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll obligation. Obligations of
Ooh.
Cain weigh upon the group. It was not a double though, so Cain's strain is reduced by 2, and everyone else is reduced by 1.
Gotcha.
Okay. King.
And the last thing is the ship quirk.
All right. Here goes. Okay, we rolled a 5. You know what? We're already on the ship. Do you want me to just like say what it is? Yikes. Artificial gravity in the crew quarters is reduced to a quarter strength when the lights are on.
Luckily, we're being shot. No one's going to go into the crew quarters.
Great.
We just get in there and all of our stuff has been
space puppies.
shifted and
Oh,
like,
no!
floating around, so it like
Oh no, Emerald is literally in the crew quarters. Oh no.
Is that the puppy's name?
The puppy's name is Emerald.
love it.
Side note to all watching, I have a list of ship quirks, but I roll one every time. So if you have ideas for ship quirks, tweet them at me, please, and I
Yes,
will add them
please.
to our sheet. And I will probably credit you if it comes up.
So I have a roll 20 question for you, Seal.
Yes, sir.
If I click on the cloak shape fighter, like the initiative twice, will that put 2 initiative slots?
It should.
It should.
Let's
I'm
find
a
out.
little fuzzier with the Star Wars over like the D&D side of things.
No, that's totally
but-
fair. And I just realized that
You
If
might
I
need
put the
2
ship-
tokens on the board to do that. Otherwise, it might overwrite.
It shouldn't, but do it. Do it twice. And
I
we'll see
did
what it
just
does.
realize
we'll
that
find
the
out.
ship doesn't have. I didn't put
Stats?
stats for the pilot.
Side note, by the way, I'm really glad that I rolled this one this time because the one that we got last time was the pilot controls jump from the cockpit to one of the turrets intermittently.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
That would have been
That would have been so much
Awful.
better.
Yeah, we
it would have been
super need
kinda
to get that fixed.
That's a dangerous one.
that would
Let's
be
go ahead and
really
roll the
fun for
initiative
this.
though, since Steven asked for it while he works
Yep.
out stuff on his end. So let's go
Yes,
ahead and
let's.
go in order and do our initiatives. So starting with Ellie.
And are
Are
we doing
we
cool or
or-
vigilance?
I would say. I get them mixed up. Cool if prepared.
Cool if you're
do
prepared.
vigilance.
Okay.
You know what?
Remember to
Actually,
roll-
I'm okay with you doing cool because the way I described it, you saw them as before you were on your ship.
Yeah.
You're on your ship, ready to go.
All
I
right,
think
then I'm
Nif should
re-rolling.
keep her vigilance. Oh gosh, 3 and 2. I mean,
Kane got a 2-0.
Vosk got one success, 2 advantage.
I got one success, 2 advantage, just like Vosk. So 1 and 2.
And then let's see if I do this right. I believe in me.
Hey, welcome AZA Studios. Y'all rock. We hope you had a great game tonight.
The bad guys got 3 successes and 2 successes and 1 advantage. The initiative order is a PC, both NPCs, and then the final 3 PCs.
So we are going to be piloting through terrain and having starship combat. So the one thing I want you to think about as this is happening,
Like we're flying through the debris field, yeah?
you're on your surface. So there's
Oh.
mines, there's
Okay, crazy.
there's a pod race going on below you. There's a bunch of just like random ships that fly through because like I said, there's not like a lot of organization in how this planet goes. There's not a strong like government structure or anything like that. It's people
Okay.
come here to pod race. So you were delivering some special pod racing tech that Team Toe wanted.
As we do.
I was told it was a heist that we'll get into later.
Yeah, that's where you got the tech from.
Oh, good. Oh, great.
See what happens when you start getting lippy?
Yep. So they are, if I'm remembering this right, this is going to be a little clunky probably, but we're going to figure this out. Oh, so what I was going to say is if there's things that you imagine you would be flying through or you want to try, let's make this path that you're flying through together. Your goal, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to let you sit on edge.
Our goal was to get out, right?
It is to get out, but
Okay.
there's you got to make it through a certain number of rounds, and it is going to be a PC's turn with 2 ships in pursuit. They're a little bit above you. They've kind of got that advantage on you for the time being. Ahead of you, there is what looks like a large entrance into mines that you could go into, or there is kind of flying along the structures of a pod racing grandstand, essentially, are the 2 options you currently have.
I have one question as we kick this off.
I have maybe an answer.
This is important to Starship Combat. What is our current speed, and roughly what is their current speed?
I would say y'all both basically took off at about the same time, and so speed. Where is your thing? Yeah, I would say you're both traveling at about the same speed, at about speed 2.
Okay.
Enough that you are obviously trying to get away, but there is a lot of things going around that you have to weave in and out of.
Keep in mind, gang, our max speed is 3 in this bad boy.
Mm-hmm. and all of that's
Yikes.
on the character sheet for the ship.
Yes.
Thank you. Fantastic. Alrighty, who wants to go first? Should I maneuver? Or?
Yeah, probably one of the
and I will
pilots,
say they were shoot, I gotta check these maneuvers. Are the ship range bands on the regular range band sheet, or are those only? Okay, I'll have to pull them up in my book. I want to say that they're at short range currently.
Okay.
So not quite.
At short range. So it's close, short, medium, long, and extreme. So it's the same thing.
They're at close range.
That's like engaged.
Range. Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
So they're right on top of us.
They're hot on your tail, essentially.
Cool.
Okay. Because short range is roughly several dozen kilometers away, and close range is slightly further than. Yeah, it's engagement range.
Yep.
I mean, but like we just met, so we should probably talk over first. Sorry.
Yes. First one goes to Nif tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, short range is just out of dogfight range.
Yep.
So if we're in dogfighting range, we're in close.
Right on. Okay, so somebody take a shot, and then if they're above us, it should be the dorsal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I picked the correct spot to be in.
Your
The
ventral.
most useless spot. You know what I can do from here?
Until I do a
can
barrel
monologue.
Oh, you're Finn. So we're shooting and not
Started
piloting
off,
first? Okay.
Yes, sir.
They're right on top of us, so let's take a shot while they're close, and then we'll get
So
crazy, I guess.
So as we take off, Star Wars fight space music starts to swell as Kane runs. I'm imagining it's the same like thing in the the Falcon where there's the ladder that goes up and the ladder that goes down.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. That's
so Kane starts to
You're
climb the ladder.
swiveling.
Yeah, gets in the swivel chair, and it's like done. Flipping
on
puts
everything.
puts the headphones on, yeah. And he's like, "Doo-doo-doo." I don't understand how the thing works in that movie, but that's a conversation for another time. So I'm gonna make a gunnery attack skill. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna shoot at it.
It is set.
Ooh.
That is 1 failure and 5 advantage.
Whew. That's a lot of advantage.
Yeah, so with several of those advantages, I'm gonna pass a boost to Ellie with 2 of them. As I take my shot and miss, he'll over the headset lean in and say, Ellie, watch out. There's 2 on our tail. Be prepared. They're coming in hot.
Okay.
And then I don't know what to do with the rest of the advantage.
And
There's
to
a
drop
lot
a
of things you can
setback
do.
on one of the bad guys.
Yeah, there's a, what do I do with 3 here?
You can add a setback to one of the pursuing ships.
So it says with 3 advantage, I can force the target ship or vehicle to veer off, breaking any aim or stay on target maneuvers.
But they haven't taken those yet.
They haven't taken those. I would say it would prevent them from doing them. And if you want to use that, I will probably throw a setback die into, and if they take any shots.
Well, keep in mind that he could spend 2 and do that.
Yeah. But it will also prevent them from taking those maneuvers on their turn.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we'll say that's the one that you. So as you these laser cannons fire out, one of these cloak shaped fighters has to dive out of the way, almost straight down, and comes up under where they're not. Their guns aren't targeting the ship anymore, and Ellie, they're right in your sights, and so that ship will accelerate and try to fly on past you as it ends up almost in front of your ship now, though I will say still in close range. The second one is going to it's just gonna fire at you. So it will be.
Some days it be like that, fam.
You fix it?
I mean, I'm going to test again. Ready, set. Works for me.
Okay. This is the real roll.
Okay, do it. Oh,
Okay.
that's not good.
It's better than the Triumph.
1 success and 2 threats.
1 success and 2 threats.
Okay, so the armor absorbs 3 of the 6 damage. Is that correct?
It should be.
It's
Do
just
y'all
like
have
soak.
shields
Okay.
or anything like that?
Got it. All right, I'm taking care of it. You can watch it on the token. Everybody should see it.
And then with the 2 threats, an opponent may immediately perform 1 free maneuver in response to the active character's check. So I will say, kind of as it fires, and
Bless you.
you feel these 2 bolts blast into your hull, and you can react unless you want to add a boost die to the targeted character's next piloting or gunnery check.
So we can make a maneuver, right?
You can make a free maneuver
right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a handout called Starship Combat.
I'm thinking
pilot only
Sure.
maneuvers if you want to
Sure.
take a free maneuver from there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I dropped
see
it already in the
piloting through terrain. No,
Starship Combat.
1
Yeah.
free maneuver.
thank you.
Let's try spinning. That's a good trick.
I mean, I'm thinking. Well, I was thinking more like
How
jam
many
on
of
the
these are we
brake and
gonna
let
do?
them shoot past us.
That works
one
too,
Of,
I
one of
guess.
those maneuvers is move from close to medium. Sorry, that's 2 maneuvers. You
Can
can
we do-
increase or decrease
You
our
can
speed
go-
by 1.
You're going speed 2 right now, so you can move from short to close for 1 maneuver.
We were trying to do the opposite, I think. But go ahead.
Yeah, we want to get away.
So you guys are saying we should speed up and try to get away from them, not try to just blow them out of the sky. I mean, there are 2 of them. All right, so we will accelerate.
You're flying. You fly the ship like Zarka would fly the ship.
Okay. And it
I
is
mean,
a-
Zarka would slow. I want to slow down and let them go past us, so that I
you
can
just-
actually
use
maneuver.
that to decelerate to 1.
That's-
and let
Yeah.
them go past.
That's
us.
what I'm trying to figure out.
and
Okay,
one of
so
them,
that's what
one
we're
of them
doing.
already did go past you.
Okay, good, super. So we decelerate to 1.
Okay. and it is a PC turn. As you kind of decelerate and they go past you, they are still one of them is at short range and one of them is now at close range.
Okay. And one of them was stunned, right, from the shot we made, or no?
I kind
As
of.
a setback.
It has a
Okay.
setback. It's the one that's at short range now, though.
Because aren't they supposed to both go before we do?
Yeah, it kind of dove under and accelerated past you.
Oh, so it just made 2 maneuvers without taking a shot. Okay, beautiful. That I missed that. All right, so yeah, so right now we could take a shot at it from the ventral guns, or no?
I think they're still above us.
One
went under and passed.
One's in front.
Okay.
Okay.
I would. Yeah, the one on top, the closest one to you is above you, which would be hard for the ventral to hit. The one that's at short range is in the eye line of the cannon.
Okay, so
though I'm not sure that the cannon has the range.
if I take our ship and I would like to maneuver to try to swing out beside the one that's closer to us, so that
Okay.
we're, rather than being below it, we're side by side with it,
Okay.
so that potentially both our guns can train on it.
Okay. I would say that's yeah. With your maneuver, you kind of can change heights.
So that's the maneuver I want to make with the ship.
Okay. Cool. You can level off pretty easily.
Okay. Do I need to make any check?
I think for that you don't. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because I said there's lots of debris and stuff around to do that. Let's give you a little piloting check because that's more fun.
For sure.
We'll go not upgraded. Why are things upgraded? And it is so as you're going, there's like this big crane that's above you that you have to maneuver either up and over or kind of fly under it to avoid contacting it. It's set. It'll just be average.
Alrighty. Hey, 3 successes.
Boom.
That'll
Yeah,
do.
So you pull up on it and you manage to get level and get over this big crane, and it's in sight of both of your gunners, and it is another PC.
Ellie, you
Ellie,
wanna
take a shot.
All right, I'm taking the shot. I have to do gunnery, right?
Yep,
Hey.
and it should be set because I believe it's average.
And she's got a boost.
Oh yeah, you do have a
It
boost.
gets you a boost.
I put the boost in for you, so it's all set.
I'm good. You clicked out of the box.
I clicked it out of the backs.
Here goes. I got 1 success.
Nice.
Get
Which is what's your damage on your ship, on your things?
The ship guns?
Yeah.
Damage is 6. Critical is 3.
Yeah, so you see as one of these engines it slams into, and you see as it kind of smokes and stutters, and you see the pilot kind of, well, you can't see the pilot, but you see the ship trying to level itself off. And it is another PC turn unless you have a maneuver you would like to make, Ellie.
Nice shot, Ellie.
So, pausing real quick. Note that our ship has a defense for the fore and for the aft. Just
Perfect.
keep the defense in mind for attacks coming at us.
Yep.
Okay.
That increases the difficulty.
That adds a setback
Or
die.
adds a setback dice.
Can I assist? That's under maneuvers, right? Like aim and assist look like they're both maneuvers, at least on the Starship player action sheet.
So what are you trying to do?
Assist or aim?
Well, like you
Either one.
You shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you shot and now you're doing a maneuver.
So, like, I'll assist whoever's next, I guess.
And it is either or Vosk, it's Zarko or Vosk's turn.
No, Zarko was already moved piloted the ship. So
I thought
that was
was
the free maneuver.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got level.
the free maneuver was to slow down.
Got it.
Then the next maneuver I made, I didn't do anything besides that. But the next maneuver was to get parallel so that Ellie could take a shot.
Okay. Then it is Vosk's turn.
For my action, I am going to do damage control, which requires a mechanics check. Difficulty depends on how damaged the ship is, and you recover 1 point of strain or 1 point of hull damage, or attempt to fix a critical hit. I'm going to try to fix some of that damage we've taken on.
Do you know how much the hull trauma system strain is? Hull trauma is less than half, so it should be easy.
Okay. And then I have a thing here for Vosk. Stand by.
The pool's set whenever you're ready.
Yep, I want to make sure. I have solid repairs, which repairs an additional +1 per rank of this skill.
Cool.
So,
Hey, maybe one of those ships has a bad motivator.
you know. But I'm gonna make my mechanics check now. You said it's set?
Yep.
I just want to be a cool guy who maybe fixes a ship one time.
Hey,
1 success and 1 advantage, so add an additional +1 to heat.
So how much do you recover?
So it recovers 1. Every 2 extra successes fixes an additional 1. But I don't have enough for that. But I do have solid repairs, so I
Okay, so you
recover
get
2.
Nice.
and that was hull trauma or system strain?
I'm fixing the hull trauma from the shot
Hull
we
trauma.
took.
Nice.
I just
Down to
wanted to
5.
fix the ship one time. You can only do that once per battle, but I wanted to do it.
That's nice. Thanks for fixing my ship.
Just for building the image, how does Voss fix the ship?
Well, I feel like it's kind of one of those R2D2 things where they're like some panel somewhere has popped open and there's a fire, and I'm like, I put out the fire and I'm connecting wires and stuff because it's a 4,000-year-old ship. So yeah, lasers are hitting the outside of us, but things are falling apart inside from those impacts. So I'm still in the cockpit, but it's one of those things like every Millennium Falcon scene ever where I need to like pull apart the dash and fix the we got to bypass the dampener or something, right?
Yeah, just stick 2 random wires together.
Stick 2 random wires together and bypass some third random wire that one of those was originally connected to, and that somehow fixes it.
At some point, you did
Because
go
Star Wars. And that's my
Okay.
turn. I'll be
All
more
right.
exciting next round, I swear.
That was very exciting. Speaking of next round, we are at the top of the round with a PC. Who's going?
We still have one
have
ship
one in
beside
your
us and
sights,
one in
yeah.
front of us.
They're both in front of you. One is closer
Okay.
than the other.
I'll take a shot if no one's got anything else.
I want to maneuver so
Do
that
it.
we don't get shot at from the side. So I would like to get behind the closest one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you are already not necessarily directly behind, but they were in front of you, if that changes what you want to do. So like I imagine them kind of off maybe a little bit off towards your right, but definitively in front of you and definitely going faster than you.
Oh yeah. Okay, sweet. So yeah, I just want to get directly behind them, I think.
Okay. So do you want to do like the stay on target or speed 3 plus?
Let's see. Wait a minute.
So you can't do that.
Slide. I think I'm going to accelerate back up to 2.
Okay.
But I do want to get behind it. So I'm going to try to get behind it and accelerate back to 2 to maybe be matching their speed now.
Okay, let's do another piloting check to see if you can get in behind it.
Sure.
As you increase the speed and you're kind of weaving in and out. They are going towards the mines.
Everything ready?
It is set. Nice.
Hey, how about 3 success and an advantage? I will pass a boost to whoever goes next.
Perfect.
if that works.
Yeah, I think that's fitting for one of the gunners, especially as you kind of you speed up, you get in kind of right behind it, like a good dogfight.
You target.
This ship,
What are their silhouettes, by the way?
they are, I believe, they are three.
They're three.
Yeah. The first one that is further away is going to basically dive into these mines, and they are going to have to that. And, oh gosh, I've been putting it on the wrong thing. We'll get this. We'll figure this out someday. That.
Look, our characters aren't good at this, so why should we be good at this?
That's a great point.
We don't know how to have ship combat in a 4,000-year-old piece of junk.
We're learning.
What a
So
piece
one,
of
one day at a
junk.
time.
The garbage will do.
We'll say for the sake of this, we'll go Ooh. So as he dives into the mines, that's going to be bad. So that is 4 threats and a failure.
Oh no, poor guy.
Yeah, you feel really sad, huh?
It's probably because he's making a piloting check.
Oh goodness.
Good job, Kern.
He falls prone out of the air.
Yes!
Could we
In a puddle.
could we spend
Maybe
3 of those? Could we spend 3 of those threats to drop the initiative to the bottom?
Is that an option?
That's one of the things it says. Yeah.
Yeah. Feel great about that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
As he like disappears into the mine for a while.
Yeah. Well, as you see him dive under, you see him try to. It's one of those like you know the Millennium Falcon and all the every chase scene that's in has one of those little like it flies sideways to get through.
Yeah.
It does that, and you see as one of its wings clips this piece, and it just goes bah, 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 as it bounces back and forth.
Sucks for them.
Is there a on the vehicle sheet? Is there a critical hit? Roll critical. Boom. On next turn, pilot cannot execute any maneuvers. Instead, must make a piloting check to regain bearings and resume control. Yeah, that makes sense as it's bouncing back and forth. And how much?
The name of that critical is knocked off course for those of you playing the home game.
Oh shoot! It does the minus. Screw it. I don't want to do math.
This is cool though.
You're the GM. It gets what critical you say it got.
Exactly. And the other one. Yep. And it is over to. So would it drop this? Can you read the threats thing?
It just says the initiative slot being used by the active player drops to last in the initiative order.
Okay.
The one that just went drops
So
to the
that'll
bottom.
go. And then this one is going to drop its action down and accelerate to 3 and take evasive maneuvers as it goes and cuts. Basically, there's a gap. These pod racing grandstands are elevated, and it basically like barrel rolls and starts diving underneath, going under them. And it is a PC turn.
I can fire discipline. I can make a leadership or discipline check to add a boost to the next attack made. So if we want to do like Ellie Kane, that might be useful. If you want to.
Whoever goes next has a boost as well. So
There are 3 PCs in a row, so it's you
Do it.
3.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I have to make a leadership or discipline, which I have a thing for that somewhere. I can remove a setback from leadership checks if that applies to this situation. I can kill with kindness, so you
That was a
know.
head shake. For those listening, that was a head shake from our space DM.
I try and kill with kindness in literally every episode. Okay.
Which is
worth a try.
a great goal.
I just want to be nice to my crew. Okay.
It's hard when the enemies can't see you though,
That's
and you shot
valid.
at them.
But I'm making
it's mixed messages.
but I'm making a leadership check to work on my own crew. Like I'm trying to. I think that's what it is. Is just I'm trying to encourage Kane to shoot better.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm being super nice to him right now.
How talk
I
it
don't
out.
know.
You're in character.
No, I would. Yeah, I guess it would just be like getting back on headset and trying to like point out like aim right in between there or like something.
I'm working on it.
All right. Next PC. Unless you're doing
Wait,
anything
I have
else.
to make a leadership roll. It says.
Oh,
It says on a success, add a boost to the next attack made from the ship vehicle.
does it say what the difficulty should be?
3 purples. Affect 1 extra attack per 2 successes. Any
Gotcha.
or per 2 advantage. Any success or triumph roll may be spent on affected attacks to activate weapon qualities and score critical hits.
Awesome. 3 purples. Go for it.
3 purples.
And you also have a boost.
And a boost. Okay. So here goes.
That did not roll a boost, but that was a really good roll.
Oh, I forgot to add the boost.
Okay.
You can re-roll it or you can keep your roll.
The
Or-
roll was 4 success and 1 threat.
Or you can just roll a boost.
Yeah, how do I roll
Just
a
roll-
boost?
In your dice pool, if you just have
Yep.
the boost die selected,
I can't
have-
see any icons right now because of what
do you want-
happened
do you
before
want me
the
to roll
stream.
it for you?
I would love for you to roll that for me, please. Thank you.
Okay.
I got
So-
an advantage.
So with
So
that,
the
that would
advantage
cancel
in
out
the
the threat.
Nice.
So you have 4 successes.
4 successes to pass along.
I think that's
So-
2 boosts, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you say it was for each 2 successes? It was
No, it's for it's affect 1 extra attack per 2 advantage, and any
oh,
successes or triumphs rolled may be spent on affected attacks to activate weapon qualities. Does that mean those just like get passed on to the next attack?
it sounds like
I
to me that-
maybe asked to do this without understanding what it is, but it sounded really cool.
You're
Well-
doing fire discipline, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So so you pass a boost. It sounds like you pass a boost to the next one, and then
Mhm.
each additional, which would be like the 2 successes,
Yeah.
and then each additional 2 successes grants an additional one. So if successful, the next crew member firing a weapon aboard the ship can add a boost die to the check. Each additional 2 successes.
Those are advantage, not successes.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
there's success.
Oh shoot.
No,
It says
Yeah.
every 2
Very good.
success.
Okay,
Yeah, each
so-
additional 2 success
Okay.
grants this
Okay,
to
okay.
additional crew member.
I messed
Okay.
up the symbols in my head. I'm really sorry.
Though you're the only other person who can shoot. I don't know if you can grant
Yep.
it to yourself.
I don't
Sure,
think
you
so.
can grant it.
I
You
was
rolled
passing
really
it to
good.
Kane, I thought.
You can. You
Pass-
so you get a
he's
boost.
passing it to Kane.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so the next person gets a boost automatically if she succeeds.
Mhm.
And then if there are more successes, she can pass them to additional
Oh,
crew
so
members.
basically, like if she passes it to you, then you would basically get 2 this next 2.
Yeah,
boosters.
she like maybe she yells
Okay.
out like
Yeah,
"Hold her
I'm good with
steady,
that.
Zarko" or something, and
just trying to do like crew coordination here.
Mhm.
Just like
Yep.
catch them between that post and that stands or something. Like just trying to give directions via landmarks. The most redneck of targeting.
And don't forget, Ellie, in your whole thing, you do have your flashback
I
whenever you want.
do. Does
but-
that mean that we insta win the combat? Because if
No.
so, I'll flashback now. Otherwise, I'm saving it for more dramatic times.
No, that's fine. As you kind of point this out, and it's diving under the grandstands, you do see as there's like 5 or 6 pod racers that go flying by on the track, and you see this stand that's
Wait,
filled
like-
with people.
Oh no!
And it is.
I thought it was like a deserted track. This is like there's a
No,
race
it's-
going on.
Yeah, there's
oh,
a race
no.
going on. This is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
And
It wasn't before.
Did I maneuver to monologue or?
You can do that whenever you want.
Okay.
And Nick, it's your turn. Or excuse me, there are 2 PC slots left. Nick or Vosk.
Go for it.
All right.
Get it!
I'm gonna fire.
I gave you
so-
random directions. Wait to
so-
learn between this and this and go.
So I feel like Ellie's just talking in Kane's ear while he's trying to focus. And like he listens long enough to get the boost and then is like, I can't focus and takes the headset off.
Nice.
Kane, you've turned off your targeting computer.
Use
Uh,
the force, Kane.
and then I'm gonna fire.
I'm the force sensitive one.
Whichever one is closer.
I am going to. One is in the mines out of sight.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna fire at the one I can hit.
Under the
Is there
stand.
like is there only one entrance to that mine I can see?
From your gunnery position, yeah, there's only one entrance you can see.
I'm actually gonna shoot at the opening of the mine.
Okay.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna try to trap him in there.
Okay.
Ooh, you're so smart.
I like that. So I'm gonna give you a boost die. um,
As you do.
Whoa, plus my already boost die. I got 2 boost die.
yep.
Dope.
2 boosties. And I'm making it a hard difficulty, so 3 purple, as it's really well structured. It's built to not collapse, to not.
Who puts
not
a
break
mine
down.
right next to a pod racing track?
That's
Well,
not how it worked. They built the pod racing
the
track.
pod
in
racing track goes
mines.
into the mine,
Oh,
which
Not
is another-
anymore.
Which you would know if you
YOLO.
played Star Wars Episode 1 Racing on the N64. Just saying.
So
Hi.
good.
I'm too young to know what an N64 is.
Okay.
You can't get mad at me for
But
this.
if you do come out here this summer to California, I'm hooking up the N64 and we're playing that because that is one of the
Okay.
games I still have.
I'm okay
Yes.
with that.
The pool is set.
All right. Ooh, that's
Nice.
4 successes.
Oh God.
Solid
Okay.
hit.
And how far
Cool.
away was that?
It's still short range. It's close
Okay.
enough.
All
It
right.
won't blow up on you. But as you this large mine thing, you watch as the last of these pod racers that we're going through go flying past into this tunnel, and your laser bolts just blast into it, and it seems like there's no entrance as the last one kind of flies and cuts around and is like trying to cut around the mines, and you see it turn around and flip you off, and and it is, I believe, the last PC's turn.
It is Vosk. So Vosk and Zarko are in the cockpit, and there's a ship ahead of us still that we can see. One went in the mines,
Yes.
and there's one in front of us.
There's one,
Uh,
and it's dove down to the right. It's the one going, whoa, almost knocked the glass of wine over. It's the one
Don't do
flying
that.
under, I mean, grape juice, kids stream. It's the one that dove under the grandstand, or is in the process of trying to get under.
But
the
I can
grandstands.
still see
You can see it. Mhm.
Okay. So Vosk and Zarko are in the cockpit together, and Zarko's doing all the hard work because I let him fly today. And I finished like fixing the stuff. I get my bundle of wires like fixed, and I tuck it back in and kind of slam that panel shut, and I go, "All right, bud, hang on. I'm gonna try something a little tricky, and I'm gonna fire up our like super awesome, totally not 4,000-year-old jamming computer, and I'm
Okay.
going to attempt to slice the enemy's systems. So I need to make a hard computer check." And
This is
if
awesome.
successful, I'm going to reduce the defense of one zone of the target's vehicle for 1 round per success rolled.
Nice.
Triumphs and advantages can do other stuff, but I'll get into that if I'm successful. So
Awesome.
it is
The
hard 3
oh, shoot.
purple
wrong pool.
check. I don't have any boosts, but I'm gonna use one of our sweet destiny points because all these cats rolled destiny points and they're
It's
not using
true.
any of them. So I'm gonna upgrade that check as well.
Yep.
Look, there's a lot going on. I forgot about them.
I clicked the wrong button because I'm terrible.
I clicked. It is.
Oh, now it
upgrade.
went twice. It should be 2.
I'll
I'm
reset it.
gonna fix it. I just have to do it from the GM
I got it.
side. You got it?
4 and 2 is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need a quick Force player update?
Yes.
Oh, you did it.
I mean, I synced my sheet. I didn't go to every other sheet, but thank you. Let me know when you're ready. 3
it
purple
is ready.
and the
You're
upgrade.
gonna upgrade.
Cool.
Yep.
Computers check. Go.
Nice.
That is 4 successes and 1 advantages. So going back to the book, this is on page 237 for those of you playing the home game. On a success, I reduce the defense of 1 zone of the target vehicle for 1 round per success. So its defense in its rear, its aft, is going to be reduced for 4 rounds if it has any. I don't have enough advantages or triumphs to spend, so that's going to be my turn. If he has defenses, knock him out for a couple rounds.
Okay.
And we're gonna skip the NPC for this
we're gonna skip
round,
that one
right?
for this round because it'll drop to the bottom. And it is a PC turn.
I did something, guys.
You did.
Somebody want to take the shot, or should we get in a better position?
Zarko, can you pull us around?
I'm gonna accelerate and try to maneuver into a better firing position.
Are we going under the grandstands too?
I mean, if that's where
Ooh,
they are.
yeah.
That's where they are.
Yeah.
That's where they're going. So
we're going up to 3 because we were at 2.
That's where they're at as well. At 3.
So I want to try to like run up right behind them and
Okay.
just get the best firing
As
position.
they're
we
going
can.
under these grandstands, you're going to have to make a piloting check. And it is hard.
Mm.
I'm going to start doing some co-piloting for you in a second, but I wanted to pop off a couple of things like
Oh no, that was
ship
awesome
and
stuff.
slicing them and stuff, just because I finally can do those things.
You
I've never-
can.
Yeah, I want this to
Understood.
be. I'm gonna actually use the destiny point to bump my skill because I definitely
wanna
want this to
bounce
work.
off of anything.
Yeah, I'm getting a little. I go. See, it's like it's one of these. It's like, hey Vosk, watch this. I'm like gonna try to do some real trick.
You are showing
the,
off to
the
each other.
screen
Right now. I
in
love
front
it.
of Vosk like lights up green, like the success that I did the thing, and I'm like, yes. And before I have a moment to like fully enjoy my victory, Zarko's like, hey Vosk, watch this, and I turn just in time to see like a giant eye beam of a grandstand as we like tilt sideways and dive in there.
I love this.
Exactly. All right, I popped the light side point.
It whizzes by like 2
Uh,
meters away from one of our cannons.
Upgrade set and difficulty
A
is
panel
set.
just flies off.
So you're good to go whenever.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Nice.
I am going to pass a boost on to I'm going to say I think I think Kane has the best shooting position right now, maybe. So I'm just going to pass it on to Kane.
Okay. Yeah. So you, as it dives under this, you follow like kind of right in its path, kind of weaving in and out of these posts that are holding up this grandstand.
Yeah.
And it is.
I like to think when that maneuver happened, Kane was still back facing the other way, shooting at the mine as we went by. And I like to think he did the like little swivel on the gun, saw us going into the grandstand, and like snapped the gun over so it didn't break off. As that like you barely scraped through.
Yep. I gave you a clear shot there, Kane.
I'm gonna take it in a minute.
Hang on, we're gonna give them a chance first, just to even the playing
So-
fields here.
This one is going to. The one you're chasing is going to increase its speed again, so it is now at speed 4.
Oh,
They can
they're
go faster than us.
And it moves into short range as opposed to close. And you see as it passes this grandstand, it's going to need to make a piloting check.
The people in the grandstand are just getting buzzed right now with, as 2 ships go zooming by them.
They are all deaf from now on.
It's going to make a piloting check. Okay. So you see, as you're pulling up from under the grandstand, it just pulls straight up. And it breaks line of sight with you. And its threats, we will have it as it does that. You see its engines like straining really hard, and it's going to drop its initiative slot as well. So as it pulls up, it is another PC's turn.
Is now the monologue time? I think now might be the monologue time.
Go for it.
I'm pulling
Do
out
it.
the monologue. Is that like an action or like...
No, you can just do it.
Sweet. I'm just gonna record scratch right now. And yeah. Okay. Out of context, this looks bad. In context, it's not much better. You start with me, an ex-Black Sun mastermind in training who may or may not have stolen a large amount of property on my way out of my father's estate. You add in a trigger-happy, wanderlusting explorer and a stoic headhunter wanted by the Empire on our way off of Coruscant, and it's not much better. Finish up with a mechanic who may have ties to the rebels and definitely has debts to the Hutts, and it's a certified nightmare. That's the crew of the Second Sunrise, a ship so old that some days it feels like it's falling apart around us. But we're getting by most days. We had a rocky start, getting a job to infiltrate an Imperial compound, discovering a long-thought-extinct race via scrambled transmissions, and raining disaster on Nar Shaddaa with hyperspace jamming tech. And that's not even going into this heist business on Mon Gaza. We've run into many bounty hunters and even one of my relatives, which is how we ended up here. Note for the future: if you're going to try to assassinate your cousin, do it right the first time. And a flashback.
And so camera cuts back to the scene as you are all underneath this grandstand. You hear pod racers kind of going by. You just lost sight of a ship you're chasing. Another ship kind of went a different direction, and it is a PC turn.
Wait, that was it? I couldn't do anything?
I mean,
It's
all
right,
it's
that's
still
fair.
your turn if
Oh,
you
sweet.
want, is what he's saying.
Oh, I thought that I had started my turn with it.
It is, the ball is still in our
Yeah.
court.
Yeah, you basically, all 4 of you are going to get to go before anything else happens.
So look at camera, say all that, and immediately just turn over and shoot. I want to fire at the ship if we can see it.
You can't see it.
No! I wanted it to be so cool, though.
I thought it just took off straight in front of us. Did it
No,
move
Yeah.
it cut up.
It
okay.
went up
So,
the
like-
end of the.
So...
You're
So-
underneath a grandstand.
Okay.
So, do you want Zarka to take his turn and move
I mean,
us?
yes.
I thought I already did.
Yeah, Zarko went this round.
Yeah.
He'll go again
Oh.
at the beginning of the next round if he wants.
That's
Well,
fine.
then.
I
I need
mean,
to
I
figure
can
out whether
inspire
that
everyone.
assist is actually a thing. I know you can assist
Yeah.
in ground combat. Like, I know that's a maneuver. and
Yeah.
It's on a handout that she has, and then
I
I've
sent it
seen,
to ya,
I
and you sent it to me originally.
it's in the resources channel, but I'm
Yeah.
not. I cannot vouch for that handout.
Valid.
Is what I'm saying.
What
But I know
Then why are you giving it to me, my dude?
'cause I provided resources without reading every word of every single one of them.
Are you looking for assisting with flying?
No, like she was using the assist maneuver, which just allows you to pass a boost,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
which is a thing that you can do.
I mean, that or I scathing tirade.
Let's do the assist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
That's fine. There's
Cool. I'll pass it
on
along.
page 237. There's a list of fun things that you can do as well.
All right.
But Okay, so that's what Ellie does.
He's passing a boost along to
Passing a
whom?
Whom is going next? Sorry, whomever is going next.
It just says another character's next action. It doesn't have to be the next turn.
Okay.
So
Well,
whom would you like to boost?
Whomever is
pilot?
next in the
The pilot?
order? Pilot? Yes, that.
I mean, it'll come around on his next
Yeah.
turn, but
I'll take it.
I mean,
Hey,
I can inspiring rhetoric and
Hey,
let
now's our
that
chance to get
cover
out of here.
strain, but yeah,
the
no.
thing about
I'm
being
not-
in the ship
I'm not
is
good
if you're
for
not
this.
flying and there's no targets, there's not a ton of stuff
No, I
you
can't
can
do much.
So it's
I'm sitting
okay.
here and talking and looking pretty.
So if there's, I mean, I would say you guys can kind of, I will give you this. If you can give me narrative reasons why, I would give kind of each of you one boost die to do with what you want in the next round. As a like, we're prepping for something. Unless you have a better action that you would like to take.
Is there like flinging back to look at the other one that we lost in the mine to like cover our tail?
Well, that's so
that like-
Kane shot that and collapsed
Okay.
that
I mean-
specific.
Yes. Maybe there's a good pilot that would get out though, and I don't know. I would
Yeah.
want to like make I don't know.
Hey, Voss, see if you can plot us a course out of here. This might be
Pilot,
our
you're
chance to
boosting.
get away.
Do we just want to jump and get away from him?
You gotta
mean,
break
I'd-
gravity before
We got to
you-
break orbit. Yeah, we gotta
I'd prefer
break
that we don't
orbit.
leave witnesses.
I understand that. I know how to fly ships. I'm asking if we just want
Whoa.
to go up now or if we're staying low to try and get away from them. Are we
I'd-
breaking and heading for space?
Yeah, that's what
prefer
I'm
to
saying.
not
Let's
leave
take it. Let's make a break for it. They're both out of sight for the moment. Let's find us a way out of here.
Works for me.
All right.
Minor possible spoiler alert. But in the new movie, I don't believe they were breaking. I don't believe they were in the atmosphere every time that they jumped to light speed.
That's fair.
Just saying.
That's fair. If you want to do it safely.
Yeah.
Because
And this
because
ship
in the
would
new
not
movie-
handle
in the new
that.
movie, there was a certain ship that was basically entirely on fire when it got back after
It's
doing
true.
that.
But like 3 times.
Our ship is basically on fire at all times. So like let's be careful with it. So yeah, pilot is boosted to try and get us out safe. The
Okay.
end of my turn. TLDR.
There's 2 more turns.
Yeah,
Kane,
I
go
mean,
while I look
Ross.
for this thing real quick. Kane, take your turn.
I don't know exactly what to roll.
Okay.
But
figure
I
it out
want
together.
to use my piloting skill to sort of anticipate where I think that ship might be headed, so that I can.
You have
aim-
military knowledge, right?
Yeah,
That sounds more like astrogation than piloting.
Let's use your military knowledge skill because you wanted to use that.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I did not take that one.
Oh,
I
you
mean, it
ended up not
exists,
taking it?
but I did not take that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can roll that. It's just
Then-
2 green.
Then let's do. I think piloting is good. It's gonna be
Coordination's not that.
that's like
I always
that's like
get
literally being coordinated.
balance. Yeah. I always get that one confused.
I'm gonna put it at hard.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna throw a setback die in there because you also can't see them, so
Okay.
that makes it a little bit more difficult to anticipate.
That's fair.
And you're good to go.
1 failure.
Okay, you are fairly confident that they went up and are just keep going up, like they're heading to space, like they're fleeing, is what you
Okay.
think.
All right.
All right, guys, they're running away.
And Vosk.
So Vosk was going to do the jump to hyperspace action, which I see on this little handout, but I do not see anywhere in the book. So,
It might be outside of because there's like there's the combat turns, and then there's
It in a very cursory, quick Google search, it says it takes 6 rounds to get the hyperspace coordinates punched in and ready.
6.
Oh,
That's-
good.
Yeah, I was suggesting you use the plot a course action or plot course. Roll average 2 astrogation or hard perception. Each success removes 1 setback die from the pilot's die pool due to terrain.
Oh, you were talking
Like-
about jumping to hyperspace, so I thought you meant
I
jump
wasn't.
to hyperspace.
I was saying we should get out of here, meaning like get away from the grandstands and away from these 2 fighter pilots.
I mean, getting out of this general area would be a smart choice anyways, regardless of if it's to hyperspace or to just
Yeah, I mean, collateral
a more
damage kind of
deserted
stinks.
place.
So instead of using the plot to course, what I was going to do is I was just going to use the co-pilot action, which reduces the difficulty instead of removing setbacks. So unless you're
Sure.
specifically taking setbacks, the plot course might work right now because there's probably I-beams and stuff giving us setbacks due to terrain, but I was just going to reduce the difficulty by using the co-pilot action.
So just so you're aware, reading the hyperspace travel section, I would say it's 4 purple die for where you're at.
I'm going to do the co-pilot action for Voss turn.
Okay.
It's going to be an average pilot check. Every success that I roll downgrades the pilot's next check by 1 difficulty.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to do that. Let me know when you're ready.
It's set. What? It just gave me a having trouble issue. Try rolling it and see what happens.
Okay, this is piloting planetary, which I am much worse at, right? Or is this space
It's
because we're
planetary.
in a ship?
It's planetary.
We're
Yeah.
doing great, guys.
Whoa.
2
Not so
failures?
good.
I might have to
Or-
restart my.
Or is that your mess up? I don't know if that's the official roll or not.
It never showed up on mine.
Did we have a setback?
You did not have a setback.
So 1
So-
failure.
1 failure.
Okay.
And was it a hard check or average?
It was supposed to be an
Oh, it's
average.
supposed to be
check.
average. So
Yeah, so I had it set and it didn't do it. So it's because I'm clicking on the cloak shape fighter.
Which would mean you'd have 1 fail but 1 advantage if we use those same die.
You can use them or you can re-roll them because that was my mistake.
I'm going to have terrible luck. I'm going to reroll.
You can do this.
Do it.
Yeah. it didn't change anything. It's still
Yeah.
broken.
I just thought it was funny that it went from 2
Okay,
fails.
I have to log out of Roll20.
Okay. So I fail, and we're going to move on to the next turn when you're ready.
Okay. Let me get it back open and hopefully it works.
So, chat, for anyone that wasn't here at the beginning, our ship is old and has a lot of quirks wrong with it. Hit me up on Twitter with your ideas. Just mini advertisement while we're waiting.
I have a couple of fun things. I've also been doing like poll build random NPCs for one shots in the future, and so I definitely have a Shadrafan gambler who speaks in noir style monologues that will have to be used in an upcoming one shot. And I haven't decided if it's going in the Clone Wars one or not, but 3 a.m. in a city that never sleeps. She walks in. She had legs that went on for days and hair like fire. She looked me dead in the eyes, and I knew there was only one thing she wanted in this galaxy.
Spice. What?
Death sticks.
Death sticks.
You
By
have
the
the
way-
perfect voice for it right now, by the way.
One of my favorite
guys
things
wanna
about
buy
the
some Death
Lords of
Sticks?
Nalhada book is it has a whole list of contraband items.
Yeah. Here for it.
Okay. I should be good to go again.
Well, we lost our big gun.
Doesn't matter. We can't see to shoot anything.
It's true.
Which would the initiative order thing. I don't need it anymore. I can track it on my own.
Yeah.
Sure.
Since we're
Can
not
you
Hey there.
imagine? Can you imagine if we had our ship controls jump to the gunnery thing during this combat, though? Like,
Oh, that would have been so good.
it would have been a nightmare.
There was one NPC that still had to go, who needs to make a piloting check.
Was it the guy in the mines or the guy that we can't see?
It was the guy in the mines. He needs to make a piloting check.
Come on, buddy. Roll terribly.
See if he can regain control of his ship.
I'm gonna go look up piloting skills because
Yeah.
I don't remember the difference in the two. Whether it's if you are on a planet, you roll planetary, or whether it's just
I think it's
speeders and stuff.
To my
I think
understanding, it was
the
if you're like in orbit.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because you're navigating terrain and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I'm gonna go
any
look it up though. 'Cause
any
I'm actually
vehicle
curious.
that's awesome. Kind of makes sense.
That's what I remember, at least. But I am prone to being wrong. Okay.
Aren't we all? We're learning.
Piloting speed is 3. Like a big dummy, it's going super fast, so it's probably going to die. Wait, no, that one was 2. Excuse me. So he might actually make it.
Hey, that's not good for us. One success, one triumph.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So
See, this is why I wanted to turn back and look.
I am not going to tell you what you see, but I know what happens. It is the top of the round.
All right. So
Should we wait for Nick?
I don't know. He was just shooting. So
Yeah, I guess he's not.
unless we're taking a break, but I would say we just keep pressing on. Let's get this going.
I'm good with that. I love that it looks like you could actually go play on his
The jar
jar
table.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so we got 4 PC slots coming up. So figure out what y'all are gonna do.
I want to play the jar so bad.
so I have
Anyways.
difficulty reduced by 1 from the
Mhm.
co-piloting. Oh no, that was a fail, so it didn't reduce it. Okay, so standard piloting check. We're already at max speed. I want to try to lose at least one of these ships, if not completely, then temporarily or whatever. So I want to change direction. Like we were heading forward. I want to turn like 90 degrees and shoot off,
Okay.
away from the pod racing
So
grandstand,
basically, as you come out from under this grandstand,
like hard bank to the left.
one ship. Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
because that ship went up.
Mhm.
So I want to peel off to the left to try to put some distance between us.
Cool.
At the same time, as I'm like, all right, everybody, they might end up behind us. Keep your eyes peeled.
I am going to give you a hard piloting check
You bet.
with a
Yes,
little bonus using a dark side point.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to find anything in the wording of the book where I could be like, this is the sentence. But the general consensus online is if it is designed to fly in space, use piloting space no matter where it is. If it is designed to fly in the atmosphere, use piloting planetary. Survival is for beasts. But
All right. I'm
Just-
good. I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
For future reference.
And now
I'll
we
dig
know.
into it further, but these are the little quirks about the game that I want to learn.
I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. They're exactly the same. So in this case, it's going to make no difference. All right, here we go.
They're not.
Ooh, not good. 3 threat.
All right. And no success
that
means
hurts.
that's technically a failure,
Yeah.
which means you are going to have to roll on the critical chart, I believe.
Oh no.
And
Arg.
subtract 10.
This is where the
All right.
monologue should have been.
So what do I do? Open the ship and then do critical.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
It is a minor critical, so it will be. Oh, you subtract your defense times 10.
Where do I find this? Oh,
In-
critical hits. There we
It's
go.
got its own tab.
So what's your ship's
let me
defense?
know
Is
when.
3?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll subtract 30 from the roll.
Okay.
There's an offset tab up there for you to use.
Minus 30. Okay, here we go. So I rolled a 61, so the total is 31, knocked off course. Next turn, pilot cannot execute any maneuvers. Instead, must make a piloting check to regain bearings and resume course. Difficulty depends on current speed. So we're going so fast that I misjudged the timing. When we're going to actually come out from the grandstand, and I cut it too short, and it like scrapes the one of the pylons for the grandstand. Hopefully, it doesn't collapse the grandstand, but it certainly knocks the ship out of control, and I have to to get it back from just not tanking into the ground.
I'm just gonna make something up for this, but let's see. Grandstand is strong structure. We'll go.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Heavy.
What did you do?
Somebody hit us.
Okay. So I just
Wow.
rolled that. It was the grandstand versus the ship. So I just made some stuff up off the top of my head.
Cool.
Basically, the grandstand doesn't collapse.
Okay, good.
as you bank into it. And I will say you because you hit that, you don't make that hard cut that you were hoping.
Right,
You are still
totally.
going to the left like you hoped. But you have two.
Probably more towards the mine than towards the away from it.
You have 3 more PC slots. And
Did
I
we
will
take
say,
any damage from that, or is that more narrative?
It's you just take the critical because
Okay.
it is a if
Cool,
I,
got
if
it. I
understand
got
that
it.
right, because it's a minor collision.
Okay.
Yep. Now, stop breaking my ship. I've got to fix it again.
My ship!
I'm going to take my turn real quick just because it's nice and simple and easy, and I'm going to use the action damage control and attempt to fix that critical hit that we just got on the ship.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably actually get up and get out of the cockpit just for flavor reasons.
Yeah.
And probably run down the hall and start trying to fix something in a classic like Chewbacca halfway in one of the floor panels kind of things. So like Bosk is going to jump up out of the cockpit, go running down the hallway, and like actually like drop down and slide across several floor panels before like reaching the point that he needs to work on something. And he's going to attempt to fix everything that just got jostled loose in that last hit.
Which is
As Voss gets up out of his seat, Zarko turns to him and says, Tell that astromech to make himself useful. Make itself useful.
Yeah. Bigger problems. Stop
Okay.
hitting stuff. I'll be right back.
It's an easy check.
It is an easy check, and it is mechanics. And
And it is
I need
set.
to roll on my character sheet, not the ship. It is mechanics. It
Nice.
is 3 successes and 3 advantages.
Okay, so I think you clear that.
I think I cleared that pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn. Like I said,
All
I'd
right.
be nice and simple.
And I will say, as you, particularly the pilot, what you see is there is a ship immediately in front of you, face to engage you.
Coming at us.
That basically has popped out of a hole in these mines, coming directly at you, which is
Nice.
what the Destiny, or what's it called?
The Triumph.
The Triumph.
Yep.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I changed my mind. This
Hey,
is where I want the monologue.
Hey, Kane, I found it. Ellie, get ready.
And there are 2 more PC slots.
Pew pew!
Okay. That is.
Kane, you want to go first with me?
What did Fosk use the advantages for?
I believe I can just pass boosts along with them like any other check, I would guess.
So they should each get
There's-
one, right?
There's nothing on that action that tells you what to do with advantages.
Yeah, I think just standard
So-
advantage stuff.
I think I would like to narratively say that because I fix parts of the ship we stop, like jostling and vibrating and whatever, and that allows the gunners to be more understanding of where the ship's heading. We're not bouncing around as much, and they can line up their next attacks easier. So I'm going to use 2 advantages to pass. 1 advantage to pass to the next turn, and 2 to pass to the turn after that. And that's my turn. Somebody shoot something.
Can you first or me?
You go.
Okay, I shoot the thing.
I will say, as it kind of has surprised you where it is, you will have a setback die, but it is set.
How many light sides do we have?
All of them.
You have 4.
Let's use one. I'm gonna use one, okay?
Where are the?
Somebody tell me it's okay to use party resources.
It's always okay.
No.
You're the only one who has the force, anyways.
Valid. I'm using it. Okay. I got failure, advantage. Oof.
Force just gave you the finger.
Shut up. I know.
You didn't have a boost in there.
Oh
Did not have a
no.
boost in there.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, did it upgrade one of her die? Is her gunnery like 2 green?
Nope. You can record. You can.
I'll
What's your-
reroll.
What's your gunnery, Niffer?
I don't know. My sheet is messed up and won't show me anything.
I will go look.
Okay, thank you.
Weapon characters. That's what I need.
Like, I just have a bunch of boxes with numbers in them, and I don't have any, like, symbols or, like, headings.
The upgrade worked. Did you restart your Roll20 or anything?
I did.
You did all of the stuff.
3 times.
Oh, sorry for
Yeah,
punching that, everybody.
I got nothing for you. The upgrade did work. The boost did not. So fix that, and you're good to go.
Steven, are you
It's
fixing
set.
the boost?
It's,
Okay.
I fixed it. The boost is set. The upgrade is set.
Arg.
Well, failure threat.
All right.
Okay.
Why don't we throw some strain on that ship?
Okay.
Fair.
I just fixed it again.
I did this to us.
Just 1 or 2?
Sorry.
Just 1, right?
Yeah, because I had
Just
one
one, yeah.
threat.
Yep. And I believe there is one more PC slot.
Yeah. Do we have the same?
Ellie's like trying to turn the gun like past its normal rotation angle, and it's like just
Like, I'm just
the
like-
gears are like
It's probably more just like I'm like not aimed at the front, and I'm thinking like, oh, it was behind us, and then I like do a double take, and then I'm like, and just like let go on accident.
Let's see.
Do we have the same? Does ship combat work the same? Do I have a maneuver and action?
Mm-hmm.
You can
and do I
aim.
have all of my? Yeah, can I aim? Do I have all my same actions I had before?
You can aim.
Sweet.
You can
All
aim.
right.
You can take strain to do the 2 maneuvers to get 2 boosts for aiming. Like it works just like
Okay.
ground combat.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I know how ground combat works so well. That's why I'm so good at this.
Okay. So you having 2 boosts? Is that what I
Yeah.
heard?
Yeah. I'm gonna take some strain
Take some
as
strain.
I
I think it strains the ship, but I don't know. Take strain. It's fine.
me take strain.
Yeah, you take strain.
Yeah.
I'll go look
Okay.
it up. Sorry,
think-
everyone. This is our first ship thing. We're
Mhm.
learning. Bear with us.
So
And
Niffer.
having fun doing it.
So Ellie turns and fires real quick, but Kane takes the time, lines up the shot, and like is putting all of his effort into like it's that part where Darth Vader's
Mhm.
trying to get him, and it's just like not quite centered,
Yep.
and he just waits for the exact timing to fire.
Yep.
Oh, why did I close my character sheet? It's like I'm dumb. Here we go. Gunnery. All right. Is it ready? Booster set. Difficulty.
Set.
All right. I'm rolling it. I'm doing the thing. How is that
Arg.
even possible? I got
We're so
one
bad at
failure
this.
and 4 advantage.
We are so bad at
I rolled
combat.
6 positive dice to the 3 negative dice.
I'd
How?
like to say that we all got a little jostled from that hit. Like
Whose
it kind
fault
of
is
like
that?
knocked
Who's
everybody
driving?
around. Yes, I mean I'm taking full credit for it. That's what I mean. Is like even though you sort of like stabilized it after the fact, they were still sort of knocked off their center. It all sort of happens at the same moment.
I got nothing. I'm doing everything I can over here.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to
Running around
pass.
the ship.
So with those advantage, I'm going to pass a boost to the next player. And then for 2, I'm going to give a setback to the next piloting check
Nice.
Okay.
of the one that's in front of us.
Okay, coming towards you. And the one that is coming towards you, you see.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot he was coming towards us. Can I retcon that?
Yes.
Okay. I lied. I want to make him veer off course
Okay.
with 3. So I can spend 3 advantage. So I'll pass 1 boost.
Nice.
I got 4. Yeah. So I'll pass 1 boost to the next player and then 3 to make them veer off, breaking aim or stay on target maneuvers.
Okay. That was a really good idea.
Very good.
Sorry, still learning.
No, it's all good.
We all are.
So as you fire at it and it veers off course, it's going to take some strain as it veers off course and comes back around, and it's going to fire, and you see 2 rockets coming at you. Am I going to be mean?
By rockets, do you
Probably.
mean missiles?
I mean concussion missiles.
Mm-hmm. I was afraid of that.
That are, for the sake of not wasting time, I'm not going to look up every single thing that this means, but it's got they go boom.
Yikes.
The missiles?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking like breach and blast and all that stuff?
Yep.
I can look it up for you real quick.
Thanks. Yeah, particularly look up breach and blast.
Breach 4, blast 4. I feel like breach is probably going to be like
Ignores.
pierce. It ignores Soch. I think breach because lightsabers should have breach, and that's always fun because it's a weapon that works on planetary scale. So that's cool.
Actually, you know what? I need guided.
Guided.
Yeah, 156.
That doesn't sound good.
That's not good. How bad could it be, guys?
Guided.
We're in a
Guided
ship.
requires 3
That's-
advantage to activate, unless otherwise specified in the weapon's description. Remember that the guided effect can activate on subsequent attacks, representing the projectile continuing to track the target. Do you want to know what it does?
Yes.
Okay. If guided activates, you may make an attack check at the end of the round. The difficulty of the check is calculated by comparing the weapon's silhouette of 0 to the silhouette of the target, 235. If a check's ability dice equal the weapon's guided rating, the ability dice equal the guided rating. So it has guided 3, so you would roll 3 greens. If the test is successful, the weapon strikes the target and damage is dealt normally.
Gotcha.
Neofet confirmed that breach does ignore
just-
armor.
Just bigger pierce.
Okay.
Blast is the same thing as like grenades. So when it hit us, if you had the advantage on the attack, you could activate the blast to
Extra damage.
do the blast rating.
I've been wanting to do this more.
Thank you, Neofet.
So I'm going to use a dark side.
Oh man. Of course
That's
you
not
wait.
good.
I've spent this whole fight reading a very specific thing that I've been excited
Shoot,
to.
it did the thing again.
Was it? Is it spoofing missiles?
Yeah, but nobody's
Good.
been shooting missiles.
Good.
So for some reason in the NPC name you have ammo 6 instead of the name of the ship. So if you click it now, it should work.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh!
Goodness, that wasn't the right one.
We're going to take the first one. which does
Still pretty bad.
6, so 9 damage, which breach
Oof.
4
Yikes.
doesn't hit. Guided doesn't matter.
So we take all 9.
But yeah, so as it veers off from these shots that Kane took, it flies back down, launches these concussion missiles that slam in, and you all kind of shake around.
Where do they hit the ship?
So can it still shoot us after it had to veer off?
Yeah, it gets rid of some boosts and stuff
Oh, okay.
that it has.
Oh,
Particularly,
that's not good, guy. That's not good, gang.
Yep.
Are they shooting missiles?
That's what it looked like to me.
And the other
What it felt like.
you cannot currently see. You are on course to basically pass each other, though, in this round.
Cool.
And it goes back to the top as this explosion rocks your ship.
Zarko, get us out of here.
I'm working on it.
We can't take much more of this.
I mean, we're at full speed right now. You all got to take those things out. What can I do?
Wait, speed it more. Boss, can you get up there?
Try spinning. That's a good trick.
Right.
Zarko seems to need some help.
Fine. Never mind that every time I fix one hole, 2 more open up. Let me get back up there. And I'm just gonna like chuck the faceplate of wherever I'm working on, and it's gonna go down the ladder towards whoever's in the ventral gun. And I'm gonna use my maneuver to move back to the cockpit and my action to spoof missiles. I would like to make an average computers check to upgrade the difficulty of all attacks on the ship. Also, I feel like nobody's using our defense in any of the attacks against us.
Because I don't know how deep.
I have been.
No. The DM needs to be
I forgot about
putting
that.
a setback die in. It's fine.
We'll
We'll fix
for
it.
that one. That will greatly affect your damage. So I'm just gonna roll a setback die real quick,
That would be good.
and
It's gonna come up blank. No big deal.
I mean,
Oh, did
that's
we get
usually
a-
what happens?
Did we take a critical hit? Oh, no, that
fixed
was
it.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
we
was
fixed
looking
it.
at the Triumph. I'm staring at this Triumph going, what happened?
That's
that
not
do that?
neither of those are setback dice, Steven.
well, but that's not what's in my pool. I can screenshot what's in my pool. There we go.
There we go.
So it gets rid of the advantage that
Did nothing.
did nothing.
Great.
All right.
I would like to spoof missiles.
Okay,
It is
said
an average computers check.
Okay.
I feel like this is super important, so I'm going to use a destiny point.
Okay.
What do I have to roll to not get a concussion from the whatever Vosk just chucked down the chute at me?
Dodge.
I am ready when you are.
It is ready, in theory.
In
Boss,
this world.
computers check, attempting to spoof missiles after just like running full speed into the cockpit and just like Control-Alt-deleting on a spacebar. One success,
right,
one
successful.
threat.
Ship
Let's
takes
throw-
another strain.
Let's throw another strain on that ship as it's struggling.
The old struggle bus.
Yep.
Just so the chat and the listeners know, we're currently at 5 out of 14 ship strain and 14 out of 24 hull damage.
Wounds, yeah. So I
Yike.
spoof missiles. So anytime anybody shoots at us with missiles, add another difficulty.
Okay.
Sorry, let me verify that. Upgrade the difficulty.
Okay.
So purples to reds.
Perfect.
And my turn.
All right. We've got another PC.
Zarko, I got an idea. How fast can you get us out of here? Any direction. Just out of the stands.
We're going we're already at top speed. There's nothing else I can do.
You're out of the stands.
We're out of the stands?
Yeah.
We got out of the stands on the round where he shook us around real good.
Oh, okay. Is the other ship out of the stands too?
You can't see. You can only see the
They
ships
should
flying
both
at
be
you.
behind us. Oh
Well,
no,
you're-
right. That's
you're
right.
basically
Sorry, one's about to pass.
The other one is not
Veered
in your
off and
line
we're
of
not
sight.
sure.
When did it veer off though?
It was when it pulled.
It was
up,
in front of
it was-
us.
it was the one
Oh,
that
got it,
pulled
got
up,
it,
So
okay.
you didn't see exactly where it went.
All right, never mind. I take that back. I don't have any ideas.
Shoot
Well, I
something.
mean, there's a ship in front of us that you can shoot at, or you can let me take a maneuver, or Ellie could take a shot.
Pick some strain. and,
Historically,
like,
that's gone very well.
Yeah, take
I'll
some
sh-
strain, aim.
I'll do that.
Ellie has her leadership thing that she did. Is
I'm
that
gonna shoot it.
or is that a once per encounter thing?
Nah, that was under the actions tab.
Nice.
I can try.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
do that.
All right, I will do that.
Remind me
I
what
will-
it was.
Fire discipline.
Fire-
On a
fire
success,
discipline.
add a boost to the next attack made from the ship or vehicle. Affect 1 extra attack per 2 successes. Any triumph rolled may be spent on affected attacks to activate weapon qualities and score critical hits.
Okay.
We don't have weapon qualities on ours, do we?
I
We
think
have-
you have
We
linked.
do?
We have linked.
Sweet. Anyways,
It is good to go.
yay. Leadership. Something I am good at.
We haven't shot anything for me to be able to be like, use linked, because we're swinging for the fences on a lot of our checks. Like that one. That one's pretty great.
Sweet.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Cancels. The dice are not
I
on
got
your side right
nothing.
now, y'all.
Oy vey.
So
Gotta
we had-
change the energy in this room.
Yep.
Let's never come back to Mongasset, guys.
Nope, we're not.
All right.
We're not gonna.
I don't like this place very much.
Can we go back to Socorro? Like, we had some weird luck, but at least it was cheese fries.
Voss, do you want to take over? Let me see if I can, I don't know, fix something.
And do what? I'm holding this whole ship together right now, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm not doing any good. How about I just come up there and fix things? One of you can take my spot.
While they're all arguing, I'm gonna take a shot.
Are you straining yourself or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the strain.
I think we're all under some strain right now.
Seriously.
Okay.
Not me. I'm having a grand old time.
I threw your boost in there, so you're all
All right,
set.
I'm ready.
Yep. There it is.
Alright.
Finally.
That is a success and a triumph.
Yay.
So 7 damage.
Yep, and then do something vital to turn the tide of battle.
Well,
Kill
I will
him.
say
That would
before
that
that
would turn
even
the tide.
happens, as you hit that, this is the one that had the critical and stuff. There's a second ship. As you that one blows up.
Nice.
How do you want to change the tide of battle?
Well, I was gonna shoot its thrusters out, but
You did that.
You did that. Yeah. As well as the cockpit, the wings.
Yeah, I don't know. I still can't see the other ship.
I'll let you roll a perception check for that.
Oh, that's not gonna help.
It's
There's one of those moments where he's doing one of these
Mhm.
things.
Wisdom of Dumpstead for Kane.
Oh yeah. How many light side points we got? 3?
three.
I feel
doing
like
it.
I've been using a bunch of them, but
Go
Steven's
for
finally
it.
hitting back. So
I'm gonna do it. All right.
All right, let
So-
me upgrade it real quick.
Yeah.
4 and
Okay.
2, dark and light for those listening.
You're all set.
Not that that's gonna help at all. Oh,
Hey, it sure
okay.
did.
Yeah, so you see this ship
2 success.
has gone, it went straight up, and it looks like it basically did like a U-turn above the grandstand and is coming back towards you, and towards the ship. So you've got those two ships are kind of on a course that is not ideal for them. I mean, one's burning and on fire and exploding, but so it's already having a bad day.
How are the pod racers doing in all this?
You're on the ventral gun, so you can actually see some of
Who's
this.
winning?
Yeah.
This is important
Yeah.
to the story.
Are they being distracted? Are they doing fine?
Well,
I want them to be having a good time.
Marsguo was winning, of course, but given the fact that part of the track got shot up and there's a firefight happening above the tracks, you can see people scattering on the stands and running away. And pods
We've
are
affected
not.
the odds
Yeah,
unintentionally.
pods are not on track. They are like leaving You can see the little jet trails on the dust.
Good. Love it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's no authorities on this planet that we have to worry about.
It's like a underground pod racing planet.
Love it.
Um,
So, last but not least,
well, Kane still has to. How's he using that triumph?
Is there anything that I could anything to shoot like in the way of that ship that would
what does linked do?
deter it?
It's a weapons quality. I'll tell you in a second. Let Kane have his moment.
I
was just wondering if the triumph,
triumph,
could the linked be affected by the triumph? Is what I was trying to figure out.
Technically not. It's advantage, I believe. Some weapons like laser cannons fitted on a headhunter are designed to fire together at the same target. This increases the possibility of a hit as well as damage dealt. When firing a linked weapon, on a successful attack, the weapon deals 1 hit. You may spend 2 advantage to gain an additional hit. May do a number of times equal to the linked rating, so we can only do it once.
Because doesn't the triumph allow us to activate the quality?
Yes.
Does it?
It does.
That's the way I understand.
I don't have the triumph chart up right now.
Yeah, I have it
juggling
up right here.
Starship stuff. So
Didn't
take a free shot.
yeah? Okay, well, let's do that.
That would be cool.
Okay. I said you could see it, so
Yeah, let's do
It
that.
can only be applied at the original target.
Kane like punches in
okay.
the override for the ventral gun.
so if it can only be applied to the original target is dead. But you asked if there was something in its way. We could either say that there's like some sort of crane or some sort of old spice mining tech that hasn't been moved that could be in the way, or that ship that you just shot could be something that it has to maneuver around.
A piece of it goes flying off, and he gets some setbacks, or he has to use some extra maneuvers.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do
Also,
that.
every time you say old spice mining equipment, there's deodorant jokes being
Do-do-do-do-do.
made in the chat.
Good.
So just so you know, swagger.
I'm on a horse.
Look at your gun. Now back to me. Now look at your gun. Now back to me.
There we go.
Look at your ship. Now back to me. Yeah. So I think there is one more PC turn.
Yeah.
Again, the pod racers are now diamonds.
As this ship that you just shot up, this cloak shaped fighter is basically in the spinning ball of flame, heading directly towards the other one.
Sweet.
We are gonna try to
started the round by spoofing missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think Zarko's the only one who hasn't.
This is the time I haven't. Yeah. So I want to try to. Do we want to try to take this thing out or what? You want a better shot?
There's 2 of them. What this thing? There's 2 of them.
Kane just took one down.
It's true.
Sorry, carry on.
Everything's hard from not.
I'm not looking out the window. I'm trying to do 600 other things over here.
Classic Voss got his head buried in the ship.
I'm gonna.
The only thing keeping it in
Honestly,
the
he's
air.
doing good.
Battle's out here, Vosk.
I want to swing the ship around to get a clean shot and make sure that that our armor plating is facing the attacker.
Okay, I think one of the
maneuvering, I guess.
Yeah. Let's give you.
This is our 45-minute warning, by the way.
Okay. You want to
Thank you,
basically stay
45.
on target?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Watch
So
it.
as
You've got one on your tail.
as you kind of flip around, let's say because it's more fun to have a ship like yours flip upside down as you're flying. Obviously,
Yay.
you line up a shot as that guy is going to.
Oh, that also upgrades the attacks on the ship by 1.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to do that, but I didn't
What'd
read
you
all the
just
way
do?
through. Stay on target.
Stay on target till the pilot's next turn. Upgrades the ability of all attacks made by the ship by 1.
It says it also upgrades all attacks
Upgrade
made on the
ability
ship.
against the ship vehicle once. Okay.
You could also boost
Oh,
shields.
because you're taking a very predictable
Yeah.
path. You can do it, man.
You could boost shields. You could.
I'm not that good at the mechanics thing, though. I'm a better pilot than
Yeah, but anything's better than nothing.
Billy rolls of despair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get. I'm gonna do that. I want to try to get us on track to give us an advantage on taking a shot.
So doing the stay on target thing.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I just really like the order of operations there. Seal says until he rolls a despair. Gregory then says, "Yep, I'll do that."
Yeah, that soundbite was terrible.
Okay. So this ship is going to, as the two ships are kind of heading for one another, it's going to try to pull up and get out of the way.
I want to try to come up underneath it, essentially.
Okay. We can throw that into that triumph that got rolled earlier.
So, okay, I'm trying to understand. So, those are all maneuvers, right?
Mhm.
So, can I take some strain to so there's maneuvers and there's actions.
Mhm.
And the way I'm understanding it is stay on target's a maneuver,
Mhm.
and then the boost the shields is actually an action. So I can do both, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, good gracious, I'm for sure gonna. All right, I got this, and I just start slamming buttons on the controls.
This is gonna work.
So we're swinging up. I'm trying to swing the ship up underneath our opponent, and at the same time, I'm like flipping switches to kind of like kick some of the power from the thrusters into the shields.
Okay.
Oscar's in the background, like he looks up from the console and Zarko's flipping switches, and there's just like the anime sweat bead, like, oh, no. He's taking his hands off the steering wheel.
The pool is set.
All right, I'm doing what first, or is there just one roll here? I'm not
There's
sure.
just one roll. Just
Mechanics?
It looks like it's a mechanics check. Yep.
All right, here we go. Huzzah! How about
Nice.
did
2
I read that
rounds.
right? 2 success.
Yep. So you take a
Ayo.
system strain as you're rerouting some power. You hear your favorite astromech droid. What's going on up there?
I got it under control.
And this ship it's a hard maneuver as he's pulling up, and then the addition of the ship is throwing a setback die. It's making a piloting check. Successful with 3 threats.
We're also up to 6 out of 14 ship strain.
I figured spoofing missiles was more important than fixing 2 strain last turn. So
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
We can
the
handle it.
missiles did
So-
some damage.
As it pulls up and avoids the ship, the belly of its ship is just completely exposed, and it's going to.
And by ship strain, I mean to say system strain.
We got you, fam.
And in order to, and then it's going to take a evasive maneuvers action as it's now you're basically in position to start chasing it. As it tries to go into a barrel roll, but you will have.
Do a barrel roll.
They're gonna cancel each other out, but you have a good glimpse at just the belly of this ship, and it's the PC's turn.
Kane,
So-
Ellie, I lined
Get
you
it.
up. Take those shots.
So one of the things it says we could do with 3 threat is decrease the difficulty of any checks made against it.
That's exactly what like showing
Oh,
the
sweet.
belly. The belly
Sweet,
is
sweet.
So let's go.
Sorry.
After you, Kane.
You want me to?
Oh, right.
Y'all want me to assist you, or do you want me to fix ship? You want to boost
that's
that,
up
or
to
do you want
you.
me to fix the ship?
That's up
Okay.
to you.
Shoot it. Y'all go first. Shoot.
All right, I'm doing it. Am I all set?
Okay. No, just a second. Decreases the difficulty. Okay.
We will fire when ready.
That's going to be easy. Let me make sure.
I love it.
Upgrades the difficulty. Okay. But he did get his evasive maneuvers. So it's upgraded. Okay. It is set.
Ooh, yeah. That's
That's
3
my boy.
successes, 1 advantage, and another triumph.
Oh, yeah.
Kane's so hot.
That's why Kane.
For real.
So,
Yeah.
sorry,
That's why
remind me what
Kane's
the
our
damage
gunner.
is on your
6?
Yeah.
6 for our
9.
turrets.
Where'd the ship go? No.
Also,
Is the triumph an automatic crit? Is that a critical hit?
I don't,
Is
I
that
don't know
how
if there
it
are ship
It-
minions. That,
It can be. You can
If
use
it's a
because you can
minion
use it to
group.
activate basically as up to 3
Oh,
So
advantage.
they're linked, right?
So you could link
yeah,
it.
yeah. We're taking another shot.
Go for it.
Ba-boom, ba-boom.
well,
That's 3
remember with-
success, 2 advantage.
Okay. So as its belly is exposed, as
So-
it dodges out of the way, go ahead.
I don't mean to pause there, but remember, linked doesn't mean, hey, make another attack roll. If you do the linked, you just gain an additional hit. Like you've already hit the thing. Linked is saying that you were able to hit it with a second shot in your
So we do an
multiple
extra
cannons
6
firing.
damage.
Right. So like I know he just
Oh.
rolled again, but
Oh,
you just
gotcha.
hit it
So-
with an additional hit. On
So
that
it
linked
first
is
roll.
like-
a total of 15 damage.
Either way. As it, as
Sorry,
it's-
I just
Yay.
wanted to clarify.
no,
I'm a
that's
rules guy.
that's good to know.
Thank you.
As it dodges out of the way of this flaming cloak shaped fighter, and its belly's exposed, Kane, you just line it up and it just basically disintegrates in the air and rains down, and you see people still trying to run out of the stands as pieces are
Yikes.
falling.
Oh, no.
And it seems like you are free and clear for the moment.
So
All right, I'm gonna take us out of here.
nice.
Oh no.
Just to clarify before we jump into the RP there, it's important because you can fail on a re-roll, an attempted second shot. There's no roll. You automatically hit, and then every one of the hits, if we had like Link 3 or whatever, every single hit does its base damage plus whatever number of
Whatever you rolled.
successes that you rolled on the initial. So each of those linked
Oh,
hits
wow.
would
So
have
it's
done
It's kind of like the auto fire version
it's
of
the same
like
thing
regular
as like
things.
on
So
a
each of them would have done
I
9.
did a smart.
correct. Yep, that.
That's
So
cool.
Kane
Brutal.
did 2 attacks of 9 damage.
Nice.
All right. So the second sunrise is smoking. There's definitely some warning lights going off. Your favorite astromech droid is just beeping at you.
Let's have a field day.
Lots of angry words and inappropriate language.
That's why we
Ship
beat
is
him
just
out.
heading straight up, like just
Okay.
heading straight up into the upper atmosphere.
Can I do a damage control maneuver or action real quick as my final turn?
Yep.
How much strain are we at? We are at less than half.
There's also hull trauma if you're dealing with that. There you
I can only do that once a combat.
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
counting this as part of the combat still. I'll work on the ship out of combat, but my final, I want to get one last roll in there. So it's going to be an easy mechanics check to try and do some system strain.
It is set.
I'm on the wrong window. Balls. Mechanics. That starts with an M.
Nice.
I don't know what you want to do with that threat, but that is 5 successes.
You take a strain.
And a threat. So I probably strained myself running around like crazy, trying to like bolt stuff together. And yeah, like
the astromech zaps you as you're running by it.
Yeah, I slam my hand in a panel, or I drop a wrench on my foot, or whatever you got there, and I take a strain.
Why not all of it?
All of the above. Just one strain from various.
Just everything.
I'm like almost done right as Zarko like bellies up the ship and heads skyward, and like everything starts sliding, and I'm able to like grab the wrench I need out of my kit, but it like slams into my the side of my leg, right into my shin area there.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and
repair
the
some
artificial
systems
gravity just does not help at any point.
Nope. But yeah, so I fixed some stuff.
Run through the crew quarters and accidentally bonk your head on the ceiling because.
That's awesome. So yeah, so you make it. You break atmosphere. It seems like you've lost your any other pursuers, if there were any. Where are you headed?
Away from Mongaza.
Back to Socorro?
Back to
Or do we
Socorro.
want to not leave people that might still be around? Now we kill them all. We're fine.
for now. I mean,
Yeah.
we lost those two. I don't see any others on the scanners.
There's-
My action
gonna-
is to pick up the plate that Vosk chucked down the ventral shaft and just like bring it back up and just push it into his chest and just be like, you dropped this.
Like a data pad or something, right?
No, it was like
It was like
Oh,
a plate cover.
The whole plate or what
like,
a cover plate.
Imagine I
got you.
took off like an aircraft panel to get to the wires and
right,
stuff like that.
Right.
And then I fixed that, and you bounced the ship off of something else, and there was a lot of screaming and yelling. So I literally just frisbeed it like a Zarko chunk of metal over a wall, and it went back there. And for flavor's sake, I wanted to.
The camera
somebody else
watches
involved.
as it
A nod.
goes like swish
Ting,
right
ting,
through the.
ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
So you dropped this. Thank you.
Sorry, my ship's falling apart.
It's my ship.
Where- Where'd the criff those two come from? Anyone see?
Were they?
Who? Yeah, we don't even know where they. I don't know. Did we get an identification on any of them?
I was too busy. I barely even saw the ships. Y'all
was-
were yelling at me for not even knowing how many were out there, and I was too worried about missiles. So I have no idea who was even shooting at us.
Too busy playing with his ships again. Well,
As he
We
says
get-
that, like something falls out of the ceiling in the background, and Vosk runs over there to fix that.
well, I don't know about Ellie, but I got a pretty good look at them. They were cloak something ships.
Cloak something
Alright.
ships. Cool.
Explains what they look like, colors, shapes.
Fighters.
Cloak shaped fighters.
Mhm.
Well, let me plot the course to get us to Socorro. We'll go see if we can get some work.
All right.
Guess we're gonna need a few more credits to repair that damage we just took.
I just got it fixed from that whole. You know what? Never mind.
I know. As soon as we're on course, I'll help you.
All right. So you get the coordinates plugged in. You hit hyperspace. Kane, as you as you guys all go back to your places to rest and you're kind of looking through, you notice there's a small note handwritten in kind of one of your drawers. And
Says, do you like me? Check yes or no.
yep, that's it. You got it. No, it's from Shay. Has the rebellion insignia on it. And it's just a small note that says, I recognize you. Don't come around the rebellion again.
Damn.
Shay.
He'll stare at it for a second. Fold it up and put it back where he found it.
Artificial gravity's broken.
That's right.
Gonna ruin the moment here.
You stick it in the drawer and it just floats up.
It's at a quarter.
It's at a quarter. There's still
Yeah,
3
there's still
quarters of
gravity.
gravity.
It's just-
Man, I was gonna say
It's just more
Kane's
funny.
holding on to the dresser like Captain America holding the helicopter, like his biceps just bulging.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that being how it actually happens.
He doesn't even need to. There's still 3/4 gravity, but he's just like,
He's just holding it.
Feels a little weird in there. Yeah, so you find that. The rest of you, as you make it back, you enter orbit, and kind of waiting for you is there's a message on your comms from Firtak. Says whenever you're back in Socorro, I might have a job and some credits for you if you stop by. Is all it says.
Who sees the message?
Whoever's in the pilot seat, it would just come through.
probably you, buddy.
I would say you or Vosk.
Hey, good news, everybody. It looks like, yeah, I know. It looks like Firtak's got something for us. I guess we'll head straight over, huh?
Got something like a present or got something like a job?
Well, I mean, here's hoping it's a present, but yeah, maybe some work. I say we go check in right away.
As long as it's not a heist on Mongaza, like, I'm down.
Yeah, we're not going back there. for a
I'm not
while.
going back there anytime.
We're
Like
running
ever.
out of places to go. It's been like 2 weeks, and we should already probably avoid Narsadar for at least a minute or two. And I mean, yeah.
Did we get what we went there for?
Yeah, you finish your job. That's where those 400 credits I let you have.
Yeah. My
Sweet.
understanding was that we heisted stuff and we delivered it, and upon attempting to escape from the delivery, whether it be authorities or rival gang or the people we stole from or whatever,
A cousin.
You knew it was Black Sun operatives.
yeah, but we don't know
Right.
why the Black Sun.
Who?
like,
Who organized them?
We don't know if they're mad about the theft, that other theft, that one time we stole some other stuff, that one time we shot some of their guys. Yeah, like there's a list,
It's a
you know.
Or just for me existing at this point. Like,
One of the bounties.
yeah, what's my
All right,
bounty up
Let's take
to?
it in.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Because
All
it
right,
was
so
up
we're
to
gonna-
30,000.
That was the last number I gave you, right?
All
It's still
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Because your cousin never figured out, like, never knew exactly who you were.
I'm still so proud of that.
That's excellent.
Um,
So we're gonna fly into whatever the closest spaceport
Vakia.
is.
yeah, in Vakea.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Vakea.
Mhm.
That's our.
Yeah, I just mean
Oh,
wherever
away
the
from
like
home.
as close as we can get, like the closest easiest, most convenient landing pad.
Yep. Yeah. So you fly in, you get assigned a port. Do you want a port number?
Always.
You can get one, yeah. We're back in that like neutral zone, right?
Yeah, you're in the
Yeah.
neutral zone of Vakea. You land as you walk down. I don't know if you remember that Doug that you paid. He's in,
Janitor Doug.
yeah, kind of Doug the Doug.
Oh. Oh.
You're
Why
one,
not
you're
Dig
one to
the
grow up
Doug?
at something like that.
I mean, why not
Um,
call him Dig the Dig
I like
Dug?
that. I
Nope.
like that.
Nope. Nope.
You don't know his name.
That's right.
He's walking around, kind of taking care of stuff, and as you walk off the ship, he's just, what happened here? You
It's been a rough trip.
Hmm.
We're
What do you
working
mean?
on it.
What do you mean? What
Yeah.
happened?
the carbon scoring, yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous in space. What can I say?
Yeah, no, that's definitely from like a missile or something. I work at a spaceport. You think I haven't seen this? I work at this spaceport.
We have
Keep
no,
asking.
we've
Keep
no
asking.
doubt-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Both of us are like,
They do that all the time lately. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you guys
It's
gotta
funny
figure
how
it out.
often Kane tries to be threatening and somebody just talks and he's like,
That's Well, your business
So,
is.
are you going to get
And I just,
started
like,
on the repairs or what?
motion to Kane to be the one to talk.
Are you gonna pay us?
I got
I
it.
mean-
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I got it. I'll do a little bit of the work. We'll see what what I can't do based on our timeline. So we'll get back to you on that. But
All right.
we got some work that might need done. We'll see.
I can tell. Well, you know where to find me. Walks off on his hands.
I'll start with the easy stuff. Save you something special.
Perfect. I like a challenge.
You.
By the way, I don't think they ever found those bodies, so I think we're cool.
Thank you. That is very cool.
I mean, what bodies?
Yep.
Well, we'll see you around.
I don't like him.
He's my new best friend. Like,
I think
so,
he's fine.
So should we all go, or Kane, Ellie, you want to handle this while me and Vosk do what we can for the second sunrise? What should we do?
all go, because I think we all could probably use a Kareelan ale after that whole.
Oh, you buying? And I'm like clapping you on the shoulder. Right?
Which I will say for reference, it's about a 3 to 5 day hyperspace trip back. So you've had a little time to rest and recover, but it's good to be back on land. And
I'll slap the other side of him and say, "Hey, just don't step in it this time." And continue walking.
Oh, we're also mean to each other when given a chance.
That's what family does, yo.
Yeah, but now
All
it looks even weirder when I'm nice to Kane.
So we're all laughing and scratching as we head down towards Fear Talks.
yeah, so as you walk, nothing really exciting happens. You make it into Fear Talks. You remember this.
What? Sorry, as we walk through, just curious what the Imperial presence looks like now.
Yeah, what
Like, are
happened
they-
since the compound got hit?
Do we see any?
From you see the occasional stormtrooper and stuff in the port. It's been a couple months. As you were landing, you saw there was still like kind of a small Imperial section. Looking at the city of Vacaya, if you remember, the compound had its own spaceport. There's a lot of stuff under construction. It looks like trying to like rebuild. The presence is still there. It looks a little bit more heavy duty and a little more. If you remember previously, is like the Imperials were trying to like kind of play it cool, try to blend in as much as they can. It's an Imperial compound now.
Okay.
Just kind of like hey.
Question for the actual like neutral zone and stuff where Fear Talks is. Before there were Imperials who were more or less in their civilian clothes or their casual uniforms coming down and having a couple of drinks and stuff. Are we seeing like stormtrooper patrols in the street or anything crazy now? Or
not currently. There's still that kind of and you would in the 2 to 3 months between Nar Shaddaa now, you've spent some time on Socorro, so you would know all this. There's still that tension between like the Imperials need things that happen on Socorro to continue happening how they are.
right.
So they can't over exert or like kind of expand their presence too much without shutting stuff down that they want to happen. So it's kind of, they're walking that fine line, but their specific space is very much like there's some turbo laser towers and like all that stuff. Like they're very much the think twice before you come here.
Got it.
So
Off
it's
Fear Talks.
It's kind of a little before lunchtime. I would say like 10:30 or 11. Nice mute, Niffer.
I'm
I
sorry.
that she muted, but then you had to make a comment about it, so now I have to edit that out.
I tried. The sick is coming back.
I'm
fine.
sorry. So it's like 10:30 or 11 in the morning. You make it back to.
Uh-oh, giggle fit.
I'm waiting.
So you make it into Fear Talks Lounge. You kind of walk down those steps where you had that shootout originally, where Vosk spilled the beer and fell on the ground, and
Good times.
You see Fear Talk, kind of that large Wookiee build, the brown mixed with graying fur. You get the as she welcomes you in, which translates as "Welcome back. Everything go well." That wasn't her voice. Welcome back. Everything go well.
As well as it could. We're alive.
The ship's seen better days, but kind of goes with the territory, I suppose.
But at least we've got this, and I slide like a couple of credits over to pay for the first round of drinks and stuff.
Good. Well, let me pour some of these for you. You got my message?
Yeah, we did. What's
Taco
going on?
did,
Sure
yes.
did. That's why we came straight away.
Well, why don't you come back into my office and we can talk? And she leads you back where you had that little come to Jesus meeting.
After pouring the drinks, right?
What?
I said after pouring the drinks, right?
Oh yeah, of course. You go back
Great,
with your
great,
drinks.
great.
She even grabs a few snacks for you on the house.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
And sits you down and says, well, thanks for at least entertaining this offer. Where's my notes? Wrong sheet. There it is.
Is Furtek getting a little dementia there?
Yeah. She's had a lot. She's like 200 years old.
Sampling her own wares?
She goes, so I don't know how much you know about Wookiees and where we come from, but we have a beautiful planet called Kashyyyk that the Imperials have overrun. Though there's a small resistance, I, due to some choices I made in my younger days, am not welcome back by my clan necessarily, but I still carry a lot of love for them. And they need some small pieces of tech. It's not anything really big, but I need, and she has a small box that she puts on her desk and opens it up. There's just these 4 little discs in the box. And she says, I need these delivered and installed on on 4 droids, 4 security droids that some of the Wookiees that are kind of leading the resistance on Kashyyyk have procured, and they need them delivered to wrong sheet.
So it's a smuggling run.
Essentially, yeah.
And the droids are already on planet, and we need to get these to the droids.
Yeah, they are not.
Need us to install these discs, or
Yeah, the Wookiees there don't have quite as much tech savvy. This was never our preferred technology, and these are called escape circuits that allow droids to bypass. Oh my gosh, I forgot what they're called.
Restraining bolts.
Yes, thank you. Restraining bolts, and carry their own programming and function, as long as they're active and hidden. And so we need these delivered. I
can see how that'd be really useful.
Yes.
I've been reading up on droids a little bit. No expert by any means, but I can definitely try to get the software going on them. Are all 4 droids in the same place, or are we doing 4 individual drops?
I've been led to believe they're in the same place, but we have very limited contact with the Wookiees in the Shadowlands.
Just trying to ask as many questions as we can to make sure that we understand.
Of course. I can give you 4,000 credits upon completing it, and you will also have my undying gratitude. Especially
wow, Feartalk, that's really generous.
There's one other thing that I do want you to potentially look into.
If it's just taking a run to a planet, why is it so expensive? Like, is there...
Well, because the Imperials control the planet. This
Yeah.
And this is not, these aren't what you would call legal to have.
Okay.
Same with the droids that you will be hopefully installing them on are, they were Imperial security droids.
Okay.
got it. That makes a lot more sense.
Also not super legal to have if you're not an Imperial. As well as where the Wookiees who are not enslaved essentially on Kashyyyk are is not easy to get to.
So it's a stealth mission.
You could say that.
I like that.
We
Um,
just
I like
wanted to
that
be
very
clear
much.
on the parameters is all. Thank
This-
you.
Well, you got nothing to worry about because we are definitely super into flying under the radar.
Good. I
You'll
do have
barely know we've been around.
That's what I like to hear. And you've started to develop somewhat of a reputation a little bit. Not much, but you do make things happen. So I've heard.
Hopefully not too loud of a reputation. We are trying to be subtle here sometimes.
It's blowing up a whole compound.
Well,
We had
I said
very little to do
sometimes.
with that, but you know.
We were
About the
witnesses. That
incident,
was not
I
our
was
plan.
barely involved. I do have a personal stake in this as well. If you would find somebody,
Of course.
Anything you need, Fertok?
yeah, his name is Rikata, and he is my grandson. He's my last remaining relative, and
BRB dying. It's so cute.
it's hard to stay in contact with him, and it's been an extra long time since I've heard anything from him. So if
You want us to bring him back here? Or get him out of that place? Or
No,
what?
he's his own Wookiee. The clan still accepts him.
You want us to try and get any communication equipment in there?
I don't have any, but if you had a thought on something that could be very undetected that could improve their communications, you might
I
even be able
mean,
to find
we might
some
not
more.
be able to do it on the first run, but it's something that we could look into, especially as we do a couple more jobs and get more tools at our disposal. But if nothing else, instead of simply relying on, say, like handwritten messages or something, we could always get a hollow recording disc or something if you wanted to actual message from him while we're there.
That would be very meaningful to me. If he wants to get off planet, by all means, please bring him. But he wants to free.
Understandable. We
Our
won't
people.
apply any pressure in that particular regard. We'll just, make sure he knows it's an option.
Good. Well,
Forgive me for asking, but you said resistance. I mean, are we talking about the rebellion here? Or are we talking about just local resistance?
it's just local resistance. The rebellion doesn't have the manpower, the time.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a relief.
I mean, I think they're still reeling from. I don't know if you've heard about what's happened at Hoth. There's rumors about basically the rebellion being mostly snuffed out. Sure, there's
First we've heard
fragments
of
around,
that.
but
The rebellion's, of course, a very cellular in that there's different sleeper cells and stuff everywhere. But interesting.
yeah, well, it's just us Wookiees there. I wish I could.
Is there
Well-
anything we could do to help you, regain some standing with your clan or patch things up somehow? Or is that just gone for good?
It's probably gone for good. I've made choices and they've made theirs, and that's okay. I like my life.
All right.
And I actually can help them some from here in ways that most others can't.
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, we'll do what we can.
And like I said, this need not be the only time we go in there, especially as we get a better bearing on the situation and stuff like that. If need arises, we can attempt another run in there for a multitude of reasons.
Yes, that would be good. The last thing I will say is that the Shadowlands where you're going are below the cities. Our cities are built on top of trees, these large, beautiful Roshir trees. That's what I'm calling them.
I'm pretty excited to go see it. I mean, I've read about it and I've been told about it. I mean, I looked at the hollows and it's like one of those things on my list that like, I gotta go to Kashyyyk and see these things. I'm pretty sorry.
They are something.
It'd be one thing if we were staying in the city, but the Shadowlands,
Yeah,
it's
not-
another story.
There's there are
Well, we're still gonna
creatures-
get to see him and we're gonna fly over the planet. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Better than nothing.
There
Better
are
hope you
creatures-
live to see him twice.
I think this is a suitable mission for all of us for many reasons. On that note, Zako. All right?
Indeed.
And I'm just like giving the mom look to Kane right now. Just like,
Yeah.
stop poking him.
There's a lot of danger, not just from the Imperials, from the planet itself. And you won't be able to fly all the way to where you need to go. The trees get too thick in parts to fly.
Doing a bit of hiking then?
You can call it.
This just keeps getting better.
But I'll give you the nav points and stock up and hope you can get going as quickly as you can.
We got some minor repairs to be done on the ship, but we should definitely be spacebound a day.
In a day?
two.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's some
Wonderful.
stuff we can work on the flight there, but we have a couple of things that we need to do on the outside before we break Atmo. So
that sounds like
a day
plan.
in town to buy our supplies and stuff like that, and then we'll get straight to it. You know how long of a jump it is from here to there? I don't think we've gone
Yeah, we've
that,
been nowhere
that far
near that.
towards the core in quite a while. At least I haven't.
It will be. Where is Kashyyyk? I don't remember.
That's a good question.
That will be a question that I can answer
That's
at
fine.
another time.
Boss
will.
asked that
Sit in
question,
post.
So
Yeah.
Fair talk. Do we have like a do we have a cover in place? Do we have a some kind of a reason that we're going to Kashyyyk, or do we need to come up with that ourselves? Like
Yeah, we don't
that
exactly
already
look
in
like
place? Do we have a
natives.
contact that we're going to like make a
There-
delivery or something, or do we just need to invent something?
There are some contacts, but everyone that you will see is not available to communicate with from the atmosphere or out of the
Okay.
atmosphere. You will probably need to avoid Imperial detection, or if you can get through their kind of, I don't know if blockades is the right word, but their security into their ports, that would be another way. The Shadowlands is kind of on the far side of the planet. There's not as much there. You could potentially fly in undetected. It's a large planet. But what you do, how you decide to do that is up to you. And we will find out next time on Tabletop Galaxy what
Yeah.
that is.
I know we bounced around and did a lot of like, let's check the book and let's figure out and let's talk about. But it was actually really fun, like having people in the ship. I've only done that from the GM side, and it was a giant mess too, because my group decided to steal an extra ship, so I got to do that. Except people were in 2 ships, so I had 4 TIE fighters chasing 2 ships and trying to figure out spacing and pacing and speed and silhouettes and everything. So that was fairly controlled, and I like that we had some flying through terrain that I got to bounce through and do some of the other actions. Like I know it fit Voss well, but I really wanted to try some of the like slicing and spoofing missiles and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff instead of just they shoot, we shoot, they shoot, we shoot, and the pilots are going faster and slower. So I
Yeah,
had
that
fun.
was very cool.
That was
Yeah.
cool, and
I thought it was, I had a blast.
we'll get better at it.
Mhm.
And we'll be able to like, oh yeah, well, because what you learned last time, I learned 3 new rules about the system just from tonight.
Yeah.
So, like,
Sweet.
awesome.
Well, we've done so little flying up to this point.
Yeah.
that-
We'll just keep getting better.
Cool.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for
Thank you.
hanging out and chatting and listening and interacting. Hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. We are back in 2 weeks. Same time, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, unless daylight saving stuff has happened at that point. I don't remember when it happens.
Don't think so.
Oh boy.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
to find out what happens next and where this crew goes and what's on Kashyyyk. And
I'm going to give a shout out to AZA Studios for continuing to rate us and bringing folks over and hanging
Amazing.
out. That's always awesome of them. We wish we could return the favor, but obviously our game starts while yours is still going. So one of these days we'll run something in a different time slot or something and we'll get you back. We swear. But
We
do
should
wanna say
also
thanks.
we should also give a shout to the tyrants that were in their house from Dice Tyrants.
We also had some Stonefly in there for a little bit, so that's cool. Because, you know, Stephen hangs out with
Forge
the coolest
Academy.
of peoples. And finally, we do want to give a shout out to our sponsors at Roll20 because Roll20 has included us in the Spotlight program. They've given us 1 year, which still got several months left on that. They've given us 1 year of Roll20 Pro, which gives us all the fancy API access and stuff that we need to use this odd system and its odd dice. So we could not play this system correctly in Roll20 without Roll20 Pro. And the fact that we have that for free instead of paying for the subscription for a year is awesome because that's like $120. So thanks for including us in the Spotlight program, because not only is that a lot for a new stream to like not have to worry about, but also it helps people find the channel as we get rotated through the Spotlight stuff. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up a raid to go raid Matty Morgs because Matty Morgs is cool. So
all right.
Are we gonna do our typical
let's do
sign off?
our outros.
sure.
I'm Steven. I'm at @the_bad DM, GM here at the Faeforge Academy, which is at FAEFORGE Academy, on Twitter and on podcatchers. And I DM for the Not Quite Heroes podcast, which is at NQH Podcast on Twitter and on all your podcatchers, Not Quite Heroes. Yeah. Do love being in space though.
Yeah. All right. I'm Niffer at Twitter and anywhere else that you want to find me. I'm mostly with Tabletop Galaxy, but I just got inducted into Dice Tyrants, so check them out because they have some
Yeah.
cool shows and stuff. So, yep. Shout out to them. Yay. That's all I got.
I'm Nick. I'm on Twitter at Lizard King Nick. And I also hang out, in addition to Tabletop Galaxy, with the Roll Initiative crew, which is at Initiative Roll on Twitter.
And once again, I am Seal. I am at One Crit Wonder everywhere on the internet except Twitch, where it's One Crit Wonder TV. Currently, I've scaled back and am only doing the Tabletop Galaxy stuff. But I hope to be doing some more YouTube videos and one-shots and stuff in the near future. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. All right.
And of course, I am Gregory Festo on Twitter, and you can also find me at 1N20DND on Twitch or YouTube, where I do all kinds of silly stuff revolving around D&D and TTRPGs, and I am thrilled to be here. Do look out for in a week and a half, I guess it is, on a Sunday. We're going to be streaming a fun one-shot with Niffer is going to be in there, and possibly Steven, but we don't know yet. That remains to be seen.
We're convincing him.
Scooby-Doo themed or something?
It's gonna be, it's
So-
definitely gonna be a madhouse adventure. Yeah.
That
I'll
sounds
keep
dope.
an eye out for it.
Oh, y'all get 15 XP.
Sweet.
Got it. I'll add it to the chart. I am going to go ahead and shut down stuff here. I'll leave the Zoom call going, but please do outros so I can go deal with Cat and Baby.
Bye.
Car.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time in space.
In space.